right fielder, number 21, Cam Uran. From Dickinson State University, second baseman, number 8, the Lost Buckmaster. From Northwestern State, catcher, number 4, Carson Carey. From Louisiana Christian, third baseman, number 6, Harrison Waxley. From Tyler Junior College, left fielder, number 12, Cam Crater. On the mound for the Big Six, from Creighton, number 20, Eli Nissen. The Badlands Big Six are led by head coach Gordon Price and assisted by Cameron Gobara. Fans, before the first pitch, we ask that you stand and share a moment of silence for our servicemen and women who are defending our country both home and abroad, and to all of our military veterans for their service to our great nation. EAG Landing and the Big Six believe that every day is Veterans Day. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing, remove your hats, and stand at attention as Kira Rambozic sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and their rockets ignited, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, fans, for tonight's ceremonial first pitch, we have the 2023 Badlands Big Six interns. Let's give them a round of applause for all the work they do. A lot of it is behind the scenes, a lot of it is setting up for the game, cleaning, tearing down after the game. So, before we get to this, we're going to pass the mic around, tell them who they are and what they do.
Hi, my name is Allison Kern. I'm the photography and graphic design intern.
My name is Tori Noseworthy, and I am one of your fun coordinators.
I'm Dylan Simmons, and I'm a radio play-by-play broadcaster.
I'm Trey. I'm one of the fun coordinators on some hosts.
I'm Lucas. I do music, merchandising, and marketing.
I'm Lauren. I'm our operations manager intern.
I'm Chloe. I'm our baseball operations intern.
I'm Maddie. I'm social media, events, birthday. I don't really know what I do, but I do.
So they all do a little bit of everything. So, now, I have one request here. You throw to the player that is in front of you, okay? I know this could get ugly here, but on the count of 3, everybody's gonna throw. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nobody got hurt. All right, thank you, interns, for everything that you've done this summer. Make sure those balls get back in the bucket.
Okay, Big Stick Nation, it is time for your 2 favorite words, sponsored by Elite PC. And all the interns with me. What do you guys have to say? Play ball! Let's play ball!
Fans, visit our concession stand on the first baseline or kiosks around the conference to get classic ballpark foods like burgers, pretzels, popcorn, and more. New menu items this year include apple pie nachos, cheese sticks, ribbon fries, and jalapeno cheese cubes. Therapy Solutions is a locally owned rehabilitation company that is proud to be the Big Six official athletic trainer. Let Therapy Solutions help take your life back and visit their website at therapy-solutions.net.
Hello everyone and welcome to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark for Big Stick Sodbusters Game 2 in Series 2. The penultimate home game of the year for the Big Sticks, and they look to lead it off with a bang. Taylor Gill will be the leadoff hitter for the Sodbusters to get us started. Big Stick Sodbusters Game 2. And a bunt from Gill, Nissen over to first, and that's a quick out. Great job by the Big Sticks quickly taking care of business, as that is the first baseman, Danny Rogers, back in the lineup. He quickly dispatches of Taylor Gill, as Lane Shears, the center fielder, is number 2 in the lineup. Out of Northwest Missouri State and Kearney, Nebraska. Eli Nissen on the bump. Pitch settles down, and that is ball 1 for a 1-0 count. Appreciate you guys sticking with us. As you might have saw, I helped throw out the first pitch and had to run back up here in a hurry, but we are ready to go now. Pitch goes to Nissen. That's upstairs for a 2-0. So the Big Sticks coming off an 8-0 victory over the Hastings Sodbusters last night. They were incredibly dominant all the way through and have proven themselves a true force to be reckoned with in this series, as Nissen sends in a low pitch that brings it to a 3-0 count, and Nissen in danger of walking Lane Shears here. Pitch from Nissen, and it's a breaking ball that goes for ball 4. He walked him. So Lane Shears on to first base, and Eli Nissen, quick mistake early on, his first walk of the game in just the second at bat. Cale Jensen, the left fielder, will be the next man up. As Hastings, the biggest thing they've got to do is they've got to put runs on the scoreboard. They struggled with that a lot last night. They were shut out, and really they could not get a lot of deep shots. That's going to have to be a big key here. But against Eli Nissen, that is easier said than done, to say the least. Nissen has been an absolute force behind the mound for the Big Sticks this season, with no signs of stopping. The Big Sticks shift to right field to account for Jensen. And that one goes for a strike. Nice outside pitch from Eli Nissen that evens the count at 1-1. He's going to try to do it again to Cale Jensen, the final leadoff hitter for the Sodbusters, and he swings and misses for a 1-2. Nissen with just over 35 innings pitched on the year, a 2-1 record, 23 hits, 20 runs given up, 14 walks issued, and 46 strikeouts, along with a 2.77 ERA. Pitch again to Jensen, and it's swung on into the net. It goes foul, 1-2. And for the Big Sticks, they have a chance to clinch the series tonight over Hastings to get their first outright series win since the last time they played the Sodbusters here in early July. That one goes to the outside on a big outside slider. It's a 2-2 count with 1 out. Nissen tried to bury it in there, but couldn't quite get the angle on it. Here it comes. Swung deep to right center field. This one back near the track. It's going to settle down in deep right center. And the Sodbusters are on the move, and they will be safe at second and third base. And Cale Jensen has the first hit of the night. It's a double. Sodbusters in business after the Jensen double. Lane Shears on third base, and Hastings is quickly on the move as Eli Nissen is having a few of these pitches go awry early on. And of course, we've seen how dangerous Cale Jensen can be. He did hit a home run against the Big Sticks in the first game of Series 1. Now a double for his leadoff hit here in the top of the first. A one-out pitch on the way to Anthony Chavez in the cleanup spot. Third baseman tonight. And Chavez saw extensive activity last night as well. Not just as a batter, but also a pitcher. He had a strikeout in this time. And a hit to go along. Pitch from Nissen. And a swing and a miss. A fastball from Eli Nissen put right down the middle, and an 0-1 count with one out. And that is a signature Eli Nissen pitch. Those fastballs are what he is often credited as being the best at, and he just showed it to you right there. Southpaw Nissen's going to do it again, and it goes into the net, foul. Off the top of the net, 0-2 and 1 out. Nick Jones and Landon Goss currently on deck for the Hastings Sodbusters in those bright yellow jerseys today. Trying to steal one on the road and even up this series. Another pitch from Nissen, and this one goes for ball number 2. And the count will even up at 1-2. Rather, it will stay at 1-2 as it went just to the outside. 1-2 and 1 out. Nissen sends it in, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Eli Nissen dispatches of Anthony Chavez with a line drive fastball. His first K of the night, and what is likely to be the first of many if you go by recent trends. So 2 outs now for Eli Nissen in the Big Sticks defense as Nick Jones, playing catcher tonight, is up to bat. He was the first baseman for the Sodbusters in game number 1. And a big breaking ball for a strike, 0-1 count. 89 miles per hour on that Eli Nissen slider to the outside. 0-1 and 2. And this one's a fastball that gets away. Runners coming home. It's Lane Shears, and Hastings capitalizes on the wild pitch. They take the early 1-0 lead. Right over the head of the catcher, Carson Carey. And just like that, Hastings is on the scoreboard. Lane Shears comes home, and that walk that Eli Nissen issued here in the top of the first comes back to bite him. Shears comes home, and the Sodbusters are in big business. So now a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And by the way, Cale Jensen was able to get over into the hot corner. He's the man currently on third base. 1-1 count with 2 outs. A runner on third for Hastings. Nissen pitch. And he got him. 1-2. What a great strike that was. Again, that outside breaking ball doing wonders. That's been the pitch he's gone back to time and time again in this game already. And it is looking incredibly useful. This one he swung at. Throw to first, and that will be out 3. Another strikeout for Eli Nissen. 2 straight to end the top of the first, but the Sodbusters do put a run on the board as they send on Lane Shears home off a wild pitch. Cale Jensen also with a double. 1-0, Sodbusters on top after the first frame of the game.
You have many co-pilots in life. And for 4 generations, we've been happy to help keep you on the road with all of them. Whether it's your first vehicle or your 10th, we're proud to be at your side when you need us. Think of us as the co-pilot that keeps you in the driver's seat. We've been proud to be by your side for 100 years. Here's to the next 100. Sachs Motor Company in Dickinson, North Dakota.
For working on your swing, learning the game of golf, watching a sporting event, or just relaxing and having a drink, the newly renovated Just Golf in Dickinson is just the ticket. Featuring a Foresight golf simulator and a great lounge area with beer, wine, and other drink options available. Just Golf is a great option for any get-together. Book a time online at justinglassnd.com or call us at 483-JUST. For a premium indoor golf experience, Just Golf is just what you need.
Make the most of your summer with a quick stop at Rosie's Food and Gas in South Dickinson. You'll find everything from live bait to lottery tickets. Pick up a hunting or fishing license, or even borrow a life jacket. Cool off with a for real ice cream shake, or pick up a snack on the way to the Big Sticks game. Rosie's Food and Gas, 1 block west of the Astoria Field in Dickinson.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark here for the bottom of the first between the Big Sticks and the Sodbusters. On the mound for Hastings today, it is Andrew DeBoer, the starting pitcher. He'll be taking on Marcus Abelhausen, the leadoff hitter for the Big Sticks here in this half inning. Abelhausen, Keenan Proctor, and Isaac Huddle are 1, 2, 3 tonight. Shortstop, center field, and the DH respectively. So Andrew DeBoer, well known to the Big Sticks faithful, as he has pitched quite a bit for them against the Big Sticks already this year in the first series, and now he gets another shot. So here comes Abelhausen. And Abelhausen is often in that 9 spot, but you have to respect his ability at the top of the lineup as well. It's been a while since we've seen it, but he's here now and he's ready to deliver. Pitch from DeBoer, it goes high, and the count goes to 1-0. So DeBoer with just over 36 innings pitched on the year, 36 2/3 to be specific, a 2-4 record, 56 hits, 29 runs given up, 41 strikeouts, and a 5.16 ERA. Abelhausen will await the next pitch. 1-1 count, and that is a fastball that goes low. Count goes to 2-1. Pitch that sunk in a hurry. Into the lefty Abelhausen, swings, and he missed that one. Count goes to 2-2. Abelhausen got put off his feet trying to get that one over, but he just didn't have the angle on it, and we have an even count of 2-2 with no outs. Pitch from DeBoer. Swung on to left field, high in the air. The pop fly, Jensen over there, and he will make the catch. Out number 1 for the Hastings Sodbusters. And the shortstop, Josh Printer, also came over to try to add some assistance. And look out, folks, because here comes Keenan Proctor. He was the star of the show last night. And the man who comes out of Hollywood showed just how good he was. A 3-run triple in the bottom of the 7th and 5 total RBIs. He earned player of the game honors, and for good reason. Now his first at-bat of the day against DeBoer in the Sodbusters defense. He swings one on to left field, this one drifting back, and fouled. 0-1 count, that one looked dangerous. It was the right field corner that delivered the 3-run triple last night. This time, he almost put it right in the left field corner, and that shows Keenan Proctor's incredible versatility. 0-1 and 1 out. That one goes low, and a 1-1 count now. And it'll be interesting to see how the Sodbusters account for what Proctor's been able to do. He swings one over towards right there, and that will be an easy out number 2. Good adjustment by Landon Gause playing first base tonight, as he could have easily gotten it over to Andrew DeBoer, but he decided to take it himself. As Isaac Huddle will be the next man up, the designated hitter tonight, and the final leadoff hitter for the Big Sticks here in the bottom of the first. Thus far, the Big Sticks have had 2 unsuccessful attempts at the plate. And a nice breaking ball for a strike, 0-1 count. As that was a nice late slider to bring it to an 0-1 and 2. Well to the inside. Count evens up at 1 apiece. As he tried the fastball, but couldn't get the angle on it. And Proctor, and this one is swung over onto first base, and that's out 3. Fair ball from Isaac Huddle, but the Sodbusters defense quickly steps up, and they 1-2-3 the Big Sticks in the bottom of the first. They hold the lead 1-0 as we head to the second inning. And we're going to do the starting lineups for both teams just in a moment. So we'll start off with the Hastings Sodbusters. Taylor Gill, the second baseman, Lane Shears in center field, Cale Jensen in left field, Anthony Chavez third base, Nick Jones catcher, Landon Goss first base, Josh Printer shortstop, Tyler Welsh in the designated hitter spot, Kyle Hiltbrand right field, Adam DeBoer is the pitcher, Joel Schipper the head coach. And for the Badlands Big Sticks, Marcus Abelhausen shortstop, Keenan Proctor center field, Isaac Huddle the DH, Danny Rogers first base, Cam Uran in right field, Velas Buckmaster second base, Carson Carey catcher, Harrison Waxley at third base, Cam Crater in left field, Eli Nissen on the mound, and the head coach, of course, is Jordan Price. We'll be right back after the break.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Landon Goss will be the leadoff hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters in this half inning, as the Badlands Big Sticks currently trail 1-0. Hastings was able to score on a wild pitch in the top of the first, and now looking to add to that. Pitch in from Eli Nissen, and that one goes low and outside for a 1-0 count. Goss, Printer, and Tyler Welsh will be the leadoff hitters for Hastings here. Nissen already with 2 strikeouts in this game. This one swung high into the stratosphere, coming back down towards the first base dugout, and it is over the wall and out of play. It's going to bounce off of the bleachers to even the count at 1. 1-1, no outs, and the Big Sticks defense was very efficient, but even still, Hastings was able to find an answer against them, especially with a few Eli Nissen mistakes. As this one is swung into right, and that settles down for a fair ball right on the right field line. Into the corner it goes, and Goss wants second base. He'll get it easily, and the Sodbusters have their second double in the first 2 innings. Landon Goss joins Cale Jensen in the double club, and the Hastings Sodbusters have some Enfuego bats to start things off in Dickinson. Josh Printer, the shortstop, the next man up. And this is exactly what Hastings needed tonight. They had to get the bats warmed up and going quickly, and right now, that is exactly what has happened. And that has got to be music to the ears of Sodbusters fans. Pitch in, bunt shown, and it's going to be fouled, and they're going to call it a strike. Actually went low, and I thought it made contact with his bat, but from our vantage point, I guess it just zipped by him. 0-1. This one swung on, another foul ball. Count goes to 0-2 on that 87-mile-per-hour pitch. So we'll see how closely the infield wants to play up. Danny Rogers had come very close to home plate, but he's playing back. He knows he probably won't go for that bunt again. We'll see if Printer tries to fool them. And he does send one in over into shallow center. Abelhausen, the throw to first, and that's an out. 1 out for the Big Sticks, and a great play by Abelhausen as it went right over the mound where Eli Nissen was. And Abelhausen able to get it over to first where Danny Rogers was for out number 1. However, Landon Goss does advance into the hot corner, and the Sodbusters are threatening with run number 2. Tyler Welsh, the designated hitter, the next man on. And this is where Eli Nissen and the Big Sticks have to clamp down. This one swung high and away, drifting, and it'll be a foul. And it lands right near the concession area in between those 2 covers, and it's an 0-1. Big Sticks defense Played a very efficient game last night, especially in the outfield. So the Sodbusters, what they've done today is they've gotten hits into the gap. That seems to be the strategy. You don't have to get the home run ball, you just continuously get hits that find the mark. That's what they've been able to do, and it's worked for them. And that one will go for ball number 2, a 2-1 count, as Nissen just could not fit it in the zone. And this only helps Tyler Welsh to potentially be a bit more aggressive here. He was a pinch hitter last night for the Sodbusters. Trying to do that again. And this one bounces up in the air. It's a foul. And the count goes to 2-2. As it just bounced off near the home plate area. 2-2 with 1 out. Infield playing up, anticipating a deep strike, potentially coming from Tyler Welsh. And this one bounces up in the air again, coming home and scoring for the Sodbusters. Landon Goss comes home. It's a 2-0 Hastings lead. Another wild pitch results in Hastings putting a run on the board. Both Landon Goss and Lane Shears have scored in that fashion. Couple early mistakes from the Big Sticks defense, and it's costing them. Full count and 1 out now. This one swung on, another foul, as it drifts out of the ballpark and into the parking lot. Count will stay full. This is where Eli Nissen has got to unleash that cannon and show the full velocity that his arm can create to try to get that 3rd strikeout. Instead, swung on over towards Nissen. Coming quickly is Buckmaster, and he lost control of the baseball. A mistake from Balas Buckmaster, and Eli Nissen might have been better off trying to get that baseball himself. He left it to Buckmaster, and Buckmaster just didn't have enough time to deliver an accurate ball. That's hit number 3 for the Hastings Sodbusters, and Tyler Welsh is on first base. Single for him, and we head to number 9 in the lineup, Kyle Hiltbrand. So Hastings not intimidated after last night in the least. Gotta admire the tenacity they've come out with early on in this game. And that goes for a strike, 0-1 count with 1 out. Eli Nissen obviously understanding that he's got to clamp down in a hurry with the way the Sodbusters are playing. Got to take some of this momentum out of the way. As that one will drift away, and it goes for ball 1, a 1-1 count. And remember, Hastings only has 1 out thus far in the game. Gives them a little bit more leniency to be a bit more aggressive here. Swung on, another foul over the net. That brings it to a 1-2. We've seen a lot of foul balls thus far from the Hastings Sodbusters, as they are extending the at-bats, and even still with an incredibly endurance-based pitcher, they are wearing down Eli Nissen. And that will be ball 2, 2-2 count with 1 out. Can Eli Nissen get that 3rd strikeout, or can the Big Sticks infield deliver even better? And that will go for ball 3. We have another full count and a payoff pitch to Kyle Hiltbrand. 3-2-1. Pitch on the way from Nissen. And it goes into the net and over the press box to keep the count full. The 3-2-1 out remains. And we've seen a lot of fastball attempts from Eli Nissen, but Hastings has been able to capitalize and stonewall that. It's been pretty interesting to watch this cat and mouse game, as this one is sent high up in the air. It will be playable, and Rogers wants it, and Rogers gets the out. Out number 2, and he will force the Sodbusters to stay on first base with Tyler Welsh. So we're back to the top of the order with Taylor Gill, the leadoff hitter for the Sodbusters in this entire game. And he's back here in the top of the 2nd. Second plate appearance of the game as that one goes for a strike. Quickly an 0-1 with 2 outs. And this is where Eli Nissen and the Big Sticks can really begin to shine with just 2 outs. As that one is upstairs to even the count at 1 apiece. 1-1-2 on the 77-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Haven't seen a lot of pickoff move attempts from Nissen yet. As he drives this one for a strike. With that kind of pitching, sometimes you don't need it, but Nissen isn't a guy who usually tries it. Would rather instead focus on the pitching and let that do the talking, so to speak, here on the diamond. And he can usually make you pay for that, as that one is swung on a checked-in swing, and racing over there is Harrison Waxley, and just not enough speed to get there, although he made a great effort. With the velocity and where it was headed, even the fastest of guys couldn't quite make the catch. 1-2 with 2 outs. A chance to take out Taylor Gill and end this half inning only down 2-0. Nissen looking on. And that one is high again for a 2-2. We've seen a few pitches go high for Eli Nissen in this game. One of those cost him one of those runs that was scored by Lane Shears. And he's trying to avoid that right here. Pitch is on, swung on, and the count will stay at 2 apiece as Broken Glass City comes back here in Dickinson. 2s across the board here in the top of the second. Pitch on the way to Gill. Tyler Welsh is at first base. And a swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball from Eli Nissen. Let's take a look at it with this Cornerstone Bank replay. Look how he settled it down in the zone. Now that's a breaking ball if you've ever seen one. Nissen does get the 3rd strikeout, but the Hastings Sodbusters put another run on the board on a wild pitch as they're able to bring in Landon Goss. His double results in a run. 2-0, Sodbusters on top.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
You all heard the saying, if you go paperless, you can save a tree. Well, when you go paperless with Consolidated, not only will you save a tree, but you'll also save time and money with AutoPay and paperless billing. Sign up today and get a one-time credit up to $10 and a chance to win $150 more. This offer is for residential customers only. Some exclusions apply. Offer expires June 30th. AutoPay and paperless billing. Sign up today by calling 483-4000. Consolidated. Reach the world from here.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing.
To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Back at Dakota Community Bank and Trust ballpark here for the bottom of the second inning as the Badlands Big Sticks currently trail 2-0 to the Hastings Sodbusters, who have put in 2 runs off of wild pitches and are trying to hold serve on that lead. As thus far the Badlands Big Sticks have not managed any hits in the game, although they've only played 1 inning offensively, and Danny Rogers will be the leadoff hitter in this half inning. It'll be Rogers, Cam Uran, and Melas Buckmaster. 4, 5, 6 for the Big Sticks due up. Danny Rogers was not in the lineup last night, but he is making his triumphant return to Dickinson with a big swing probably on his mind. He'll take on DeBoer. Pitch on the way, and that is driven to the inside for 1-0 as Adam DeBoer watched it go past. DeBoer does not have any strikeouts yet tonight. But thus far, it hasn't been needed as the Sodbusters infield and outfield have cleaned up a lot of these hit attempts from the Big Sticks and have managed to hold them off for the most part. Rogers swings one into shallow center, and they don't even try. That's an easy hit. And an easy leadoff single for Danny Rogers. Josh Printer knew it immediately, and he just let it go by as Danny Rogers gets the shallow center single, and the Big Sticks do get that first hit of the night. Who else but the team leader in hits right now would get that? Rogers came into this game with a lot of great things that he'd already done. As he had 35 hits coming in, now 36, as that one goes to the outside for ball number 1, a 1-0 count. Cam Uran up to bat. Osborne also in the lineup last night for the Big Sticks, not in the lineup tonight. That to the inside for Cam Uran, and that goes for a 2-0. And the Hastings Sodbusters trying to get win number 1 against the Big Sticks this year. They are 0-4 thus far, as Uran fouls this one into the net for a 2-1 on an 85-mile-per-hour pitch from Adam DeBoer. There's Cameron Guevara looking on. Up next to the first base line, trying to see what Cam Uran can do here. Metro State product looking on. Swings one into right center, and another hit is going to settle down. Rogers is not stopping. He wants the hot corner. It's a race, and he wins it. Danny Rogers gets the hot corner, and Cam Uran has a single of his own. The Big Sticks with back-to-back hits here in the bottom of the second. Balas Buckmaster, the next man on. Big Sticks are cooking early, and right now they've got a huge chance at potentially tying things up in the bottom of the second. And for Adam DeBoer, the big test was going to be how much could he limit the Badlands Big Sticks. Turns out, maybe it won't be much. Number 6 in the lineup, Buckmaster. Swings one over towards Printer. Printer makes the play. He'll throw to first, and that will be a double play. Rogers does come home, and the Big Sticks are on the board. However, the Sodbusters do get the double play, so not exactly how you'd want it to work out, but the Big Sticks do cut the deficit in half, and that's an RBI for Balas Buckmaster. Well, you take what could have been a 2-run swing, turn it into a 1-run swing, and it's a little bit less jovial than it probably would be, but even still, you're still in position, 2 outs, and Carson Carey up to bat. As that's high and away for ball 1, a 1-0 with 2 outs. And Carey, of course, one of the clutchest players on the team, as he was able to get 2 walk-offs in the same weekend against the Sawtooth Suckeyes in the last home series. Don't know if we'll ever see anything like that in the rest of the season. As he swings one deep to left field, back near the wall, it is going to be sayonara! Carson Carey again! A 2-out solo home run shot that has tied the game at 2 apiece. He does it again, as that one was gone like college basketball video games. Carson Carey with a solo home run shot in his first hit of the night. That is how you make a statement, and the Badlands Big Sticks have tied this one up. Just put it over the left field wall. As Cale Jensen said originally that he had it, it was drifting back and back. Looked a lot like Carlos Correa's home run in the 2017 World Series in Game 5, and it settled right down in the bushes. And we have a 2-2 baseball game after Carson Carey brings this place upside down. That's a 1-1 with 2 outs, as Harrison Waxley is currently at the plate for the Badlands Big Sticks. Trying to have a nice encore to what Carson Carey was just able to do. And Carey continues to have an incredible late season surge. He has been on fire as of late. Did well against the Spearfish Sasquatch in the action he saw in that series. As that goes for a strike, and we have twos across the board here in the bottom of the second for Harrison Waxley, the number 8 hitter. Pitch in from DeBoer. Outside, and the count goes full. 3-2 and 2 outs. And a payoff pitch will be on the way for Harrison Waxley, who was great yesterday for the Badlands Big Sticks. Had 2 hits, 2 runs, and 4 at-bats. But this time he gets struck out. Swung at everything and missed. And Adam DeBoer does get the strikeout for the Hastings Sodbusters to end the half inning. But the Badlands Big Sticks respond in a huge way. Balas Buckmaster with an RBI, and Carson Carey a solo home run shot into left field. The Big Sticks tie the game at 2.
Hi, Dan Porter here. When you're having trouble getting your car or truck in for service, think Dan Porter Motors. Fast express service, low price tires with rotations for life, free alignment checks, free car washes with service, low price daily rental cars, shuttle service to and from work. Give us a call at 227-1272 or see us on the web at dpmotors.com. That's 227-1272 for all your service needs. Give us a call.
Boy Toys.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. We are now in the 3rd inning as the Badlands Big Sticks tied the game in the bottom of the 2nd, courtesy of a Balas Buckmaster RBI and Carson Carey with a solo home run shot. And the Big Sticks have made it an entirely new ball game, but Lane Shears already has a run tonight. He was scored on a wild pitch in the top of the 1st inning. Now trying to take it back to Eli Nissen, but he swings and misses at that outside pitch. And just like that, it's an 0-2 count. Eli Nissen is not playing around here in the top of this 3rd inning. Wants to take it right to him. Swung on high in the air. Coming back towards the net, towards the wall. And the catch is made by who else? Carson Carey. The man who just got the solo home run shot gets the catch for out 1 here in the top of the 3rd. Cale Jensen, the next man up, and he's the home run hitter. And look at that. We've got one of our furry friends taking in the action. That is some quality content right there. A lot of big fans coming out tonight. As that one goes to the outside of 1-0. It is packed in here, by the way. Looks like a near sellout tonight. It is fireworks night. That'll be coming later on after the game, and the Big Sticks hoping to deliver some more fireworks on the field. As that's a slider to the outside that brings in a strike. It's a 1-1. Pitch from Nissen, and this time he can't put it in the zone. Sweeped it a little bit too far, and it's a 2-1. Cale Jensen thus far 1 for 1 at the plate. He had a double in his first at-bat, that being in the top of the 1st. And that one is high for a 2-1. So for Hastings, they understand that you can't really stop the Big Sticks offense. It's all about limiting them to some degree. As that one goes for a strike. And it is a full count with 1 out, as the Big Sticks will shift Harrison Waxley now, coming over in the second base spot. And Marcus Abelhausen back in the shortstop area. That one's high, he walked him. And Cale Jensen on to first base. So Eli Nissen has walked another man. That is his second walk of the night. Anthony Chavez, the next man up. He'll have a 1-out pitch on the way. We talked about Chavez pulling double duty last night, as did a couple of Sodbusters players. Nick Jones was another one. As we have a 1-out pitch coming. Runner on first and Jensen. And that is high and away for a strike, 0-1. A pitch that very few in this Independence League can make, but Eli Nissen is one of those men. Put it right in there. This one swung on deep to left, and that settles down in shallow left field. And the Hastings Sodbusters now with 2 runners on base as Anthony Chavez gets a single of his own. First hit here in the top of the 3rd inning as the Hastings Sodbusters are quickly getting on the move, and Carson Carey is coming over to talk to Eli Nissen. So Nick Jones from Arkansas Tech in Little Rock, next man up to the plate. Another catcher tonight for the Sodbusters. And right now Hastings is doing what they were unable to do last night. They're getting hits into the gap that the Big Sticks really can't do anything about. Deep shots can only work to a point against the Big Sticks, and usually you have to make one leave the yard, as that one goes for a strike and an 0-1 with 1 out. Eli Nissen trying to keep the tempo going. But one thing that the Sodbusters have been able to do very well thus far is connect even when the count is going against them. This one swung on. That's a fair ball along the 3rd base line. Waxley to first, and he did get the out. Got him just in the nick of time. But in a way, it does the job. The Sodbusters now have 2 runners in scoring position off of that Nick Jones sacrifice play. And Landon Goss, who already has a double in this game, will be the next man up. Goss scored the other run for the Hastings Sodbusters. That being in the top of the 2nd inning, gave Hastings a 2-0 lead before the Big Sticks made their comeback. Runners on second in the hot corner. Nissen the pitch. And that one goes for a strike on the checked-in swing by Goss. 0-1 count and 2 outs. There's a look at Cale Jensen. He's the man in the hot corner, trying to score again here tonight. Pitch from Nissen. Swung right to Nissen, and that is the easiest out that Eli Nissen and the Big Sticks will have all night. Right into the glove of Eli Nissen, and almost looked like a putt-putt shot for Landon Goss. Not what he was looking for, and the Big Sticks still tied 2-2 with a chance to take their first lead of the night when we return.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down, and we take it all in stride.
Okay, don't move. I've done this before.
My turn. In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
World-renowned YouTube chef Lamise O brings her authentic Caribbean cuisine to the Dickinson area. Island Cuisine is open in the St. Joe's Plaza with available takeout and dine-in options. You'll find their entire menu on Facebook or call 483-9918 to place a pickup order. Enjoy incredible dishes like brown stewed chicken or everyone's favorite, Rasta Pasta. Call now to order or stop in. Island Cuisine, located in St. Joe's Plaza, Dickinson.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety.
Efficiency.
Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark as we are here in the bottom of the third inning between the Big Sticks and the Sodbusters. There's a look at Cam Crater, who will be the leadoff hitter in this half inning, getting ready for his first plate appearance of the night in the number 9 spot for the Big Sticks. And while we have a moment, we will update you on some Independence League scores. Casper Spuds currently down 3-1 at home to the Oahe Zap, as we have a nice standing ovation for all the veterans here tonight. Thank them for their incredible service, as always.
The board is at 28 pitches. 28 pitches.
And the Spearfish Sasquatch currently on the road against the Fremont Moo. And in that game, Spearfish currently finds themselves up 1-0. So Sasquatch currently up, but the Casper Spuds down, although the Spuds did trail earlier on in yesterday's game as well, ended up coming back. So we will see how everything will play out across the Independence League, but I'm sure the Badlands Big Sticks will be very intrigued by those results. There was a lot of talk after beating the Spearfish Sasquatch on Thursday night about this team's chances of potentially making it to the Independence League Championship Series if everything played out a certain way, and Big Sticks are going to do everything they can to make sure it plays out that way. Here in their penultimate home game of the season, final home series of the season, and what could be the final Saturday home game. As this pitch from DeBoer goes in for a strike, and it's a 1-1. The Big Sticks did a great job in the bottom of the second, overcoming a 2-0 deficit just like that. And once this team gets going, they are a very tough team to take out. And DeBoer will get strike 2, 1-2. And I think that Adam DeBoer knows that just about as well as anybody here on this Sodbusters squad, as he'll get ready to put in another one. And checked in swing. They'll call it a ball, 2-2. They say that Crater didn't go on that high pitch. It was very close, but for now the count evens up at 2 apiece, and Crater lives to fight another day. Pitch to Crater, and that one goes for a strikeout. What a breaking ball from Adam DeBoer, and the Hastings Sodbusters get a strikeout as we go back to the top of the order. Marcus Abelhausen, the shortstop, will be the next man on for the Big Sticks. 9-1-2, the men due up to start things off. Abelhausen will be followed by Keenan Proctor, currently on deck. 1-out pitch for Abelhausen. Pitch from DeBoer, swung on, over into center. Bunch of Sodbusters there, and coming over is Josh Printer, and he makes the easy catch on the plop fly for out 2. So next up will be Keenan Proctor for the Badlands Big Sticks. And it's been a nice response so far from the Hastings Sodbusters defense, who were kind of at a standstill after what we saw in the bottom of the second. So for them to come out and quickly address that has been pretty impressive, to say the least. Pitch on the way to Proctor, and that will go for a strike and an 0-1 count with 2 outs. That one a little bit more to the inside, and did a really great job of putting it in a place where Proctor really couldn't do anything to swing at it. This time he goes high and outside for a 1-1. Sodbusters have had their struggles on the road this season, as Proctor swings low and misses. 1-2-2. So for the Sodbusters to help break that with a series win in Dickinson would be massive, but right now, first things first, they got to win this game, and there's a long way to go, and they've got a lot of work to do. That one almost hit Proctor right in the noggin, and the count evens up at 2 apiece as we have 2s across the board here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Keenan Proctor. Pitch in from DeBoer, and kind of hesitated for a second, did Proctor. Decided not to swing, and that was a good choice. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. The 3-2 on the way for Keenan. Ghost Rider ready. And that one, needless to say, is a ball too far to the inside, as Nick Jones could not come up with it. And Proctor is on to first base. So Andrew DeBoer, or Adam DeBoer rather, issues his first walk of the night. Isaac Huddle, the designated hitter, the next man on. And the Big Sticks have been so good in 2-out positions in the past, And that 2-out walk could be what spurs them on to great things here in the bottom of the third. Huddle 0 for 1 so far at the plate, trying to change that right here. Pitch on the way, and it's a hit-by pitch. Or no, they're going to say he fouled it off. Looks like it just made contact with his bat. Must have been very slightly, just enough to make it a foul ball, and it's an 0-1 with 2. Close call on that pitch from Adam DeBoer, but he got the benefit of the doubt that time. Now trying to keep it going. Tries to pick off back to first, and Proctor easily touches that first base bag. Danny Rogers currently on deck for the Big Sticks, and he had the first hit for Badlands earlier on in the bottom of the first, and Proctor this time a little bit closer as he got it back to Landon Gaz, but Proctor again able to stay safe. We'll see if Adam DeBoer tries it for a third time. 0-1-2. And that goes for a strike. It's an 0-2 count. And remember that Keenan Proctor is very apt to try stealing base. It's backfired against him before, but it has not stopped him from being bold and taking those risks. He might try it again here in this half inning. And again, a pickoff back to first. And the reason that DeBoer keeps going over there is mostly because Proctor's got a pretty big leadoff. And you're hoping that Proctor makes a mistake, gets a little bit too far out there, and it comes back to bite him. Or he makes a bad adjustment on his way back to base. He's taking off, but it's a swing and a miss. He got struck out. Doesn't matter for Keenan Proctor as Huddle suffers the strikeout. And that is a fastball that found its mark. Great pitch from Adam DeBoer. That's his second strikeout of the game, and it ends the bottom of the third in grand fashion for the Sodbusters. They hold the Big Sticks, and the score still 2-2 as the fourth inning is upon us.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Dickinson, North Dakota, as we are in the top of the fourth inning. And Josh Printer will be the leadoff hitter for Hastings to start things off. Printer, Tyler Welsh, and Kyle Hiltbrand, 7, 8, 9, due up for Hastings. Eli Nissen still on the mound for the Badlands Big Sticks, as the defense was a very good limiting factor in the top of the third, but Hastings with a chance to recapture the momentum here. Pitch from Nissen. Goes towards the inside barrier, and it's a 1-0 as he put it too far away on the zone on the breaking ball. Let's see if Nissen tries a changeup here. Pitch on the way, and it's high and outside for a 2-0. Eli Nissen has issued 2 walks tonight on the Hastings Sodbusters, and one of those was a huge backfiring moment as the Sodbusters put a run on in that same hitter. As that goes for a 3-0. It was Lane Shears who came home. And now Printer looking for his first hit of the night as it's quickly a 3-0 count. So can Eli Nissen get out of this traffic jam? Pitch on the way, swung on towards left, perfect hit into the gap, and Josh Printer has done it. He's going to have a leadoff single. First hit of the night for Printer. We were talking about him getting it, and that's exactly what happened. And he'll be joined by a man who also has a hit tonight in Tyler Welsh. So Josh Printer and the Sodbusters playing some really good offensive baseball against one of the better pitching prospects you'll find in Eli Nissen, soon to be playing at Creighton University, a D1 school in Omaha. But thus far has had issues tonight. This one goes high and away for a foul, and it's going to settle down off of the roof. 0-1. A 1 count, and Tyler Welsh, relatively new to the Hastings Sodbusters. Came in as a second half addition, but has done great things in his time. That's a breaking ball to the outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Welsh with 18 at-bats entering this game, a 278 average, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run. Not bad at all. Swung on into deep right center field, back near the wall, and the catch will be made by Cam Uran. Cam Uran comes back for the Big Sticks and takes away the deep shot for Tyler Welsh, and there will be no second hit. So we go to the bottom of the lineup with Kyle Hiltbrand, the right fielder, out of Western Oregon, and Adis Cadero, California. 1-out pitch on the way. Josh Printer on first. Nissen the pitch, and that goes for a strike. 0-1 with 1 out. Put in the breaking ball and put it right past Hiltbrand, who the Big Sticks saw a lot of in the first series. This one put in, swung on, and a diving play comes up short. Would have been an out for Harrison Waxley and the Big Sticks, but he just couldn't hold on to it. And I bet he wishes he had some stick-em right there. Couldn't quite stick to the glove, and the Hastings Sodbusters get another hit. And for Kyle Hiltbrand, that is his first of the night. Tough play by Waxley, not an error, just something that he couldn't really control. So Taylor Gill now on for Hastings. Runners on first and second and 1 out. And these are both pretty quick guys as he tries the bunt, puts it in, it's fair, and it goes off of carry, and that is bases loaded for the Hastings Sodbusters. What a bunt from Taylor Gill, and that is hit number 6 as Carson Carey, I believe, had it bounce off one of his pads. And wait a second, they're calling it a foul ball, I believe. So that will mean we'll have to try it again. So everybody thought that that was a clean hit, but they ruled it a foul ball at the last second. That was the umpire's ruling, and Gill does not get the hit. PA announcer, the music had already started, but that's why you got to watch the umpire. 0-1 with 1. As that one is brought in low, it's a 1-1 count and 1 out on that 75-mile-per-hour pitch. And that's one that Taylor Gill wishes could have been fair. It would have been bases loaded with 1 out. Instead, that's taken away, and he swings one into the net for a 1-2. And that could be a huge turning point here in the top of the 4th for Hastings. Take away a lot of that momentum, and all of a sudden, it's a different kind of game. So 1-2 and 1. Nissen looking back. And this one goes off of Carey again, and the Sodbusters coming around to home plate, and it gets away again, and the Sodbusters have taken the lead. Josh Printer gets the run as the Big Sticks tried to get an out. Wow. Talk about a sequence of events. Hastings Sodbusters have taken the lead. Taylor Gill still at home plate, a 2-2 count as things went awry, and again it goes off of Carey, coming into the hot corner, and this has become a bit of a catastrophe for Carson Carey in the catcher spot as he's had a few of these baseballs go awry. Big Sticks tried to make a play at second base that ended up backfiring for them in that first wild pitch sequence and allowed Printer to come home. And still only 1 out, a full count. Infield playing up, and he walked him. Taylor Gill on to first base as he flips the bat over to the first base dugout. And the Sodbusters will have runners in the corners with Lane Shears, the next man up to bat. And right now, Hastings is quickly taking it to this Badlands Big Sticks defense in the top of the 4th inning. Bit of a dream scenario. I'm sure they would have taken it if you had told them this ahead of time. They've been very efficient on offense tonight, where they haven't been in nights before. Trying to keep that dialed up and going. A Nissen pitch to Shears. Breaking ball low, and Carey again has trouble holding on to it. Seems as though some of these Eli Nissen pitches are just things that Carson Carey is having issues completely controlling. A 1-0. Pitch from Nissen, and that's high and upstairs for a 2-0. So how does the young pitcher, fresh out of high school, Eli Nissen, handle this early adversity against the Hastings Sodbusters? Understanding the pressure on the Big Sticks to win right now. Pitch on the way, and that's towards the outside for ball 3. He's in danger of loading the bases if he issues his 3rd walk of the night and puts Lane Shears on base again off of a walk. He already did that in the 1st inning, and he might be on the verge of doing it again. On the way, and that'll be a strike. He doesn't miss this time, 85 miles per hour on that breaking ball, and it's a 3-1 with 1 out. Nissen thus far with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts to his name. Not a bad night of work so far, but Big Sticks currently down. Runner on to second. Throw is going to be too late. In fact, they don't even try it. So a stolen base will be Taylor Gill's to gain. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Hastings Sodbusters, as Taylor Gill and Hastings are even closer. Swung on towards right. It's a foul ball. The count will stay full for Lane Shears.
That ball is brought to you by Infinity Real Estate Group. Visit Infinity Real Estate Group for all your real estate needs.
So the Big Sticks defense has a lot of interesting decisions to potentially make if one of these goes fair. And swung on. Buckmaster makes a play, and he'll throw to first, and it got away from Rogers. He was off the bag. And the bases will be loaded for the Sodbusters. Buckmaster hesitated. He was trying to make sure that the Sodbusters didn't try to go home. And then he flipped to first late, and it was off target to Danny Rogers. And I believe if the throw hadn't have had to have been rushed, it could have potentially been out 2. And Jordan Price is coming out of that third base dugout to talk to Eli Nissen. Bases loaded for the Hastings Sodbusters. And for Badlands, they now have an error here in the top of the 4th. So right now the defense looking a little bit sloppy, unfortunately. And it's kind of similar to what happened in Game 2 against the Spearfish Sasquatch on Wednesday night, when they committed a season-high 6 errors. It's not been quite as bad, but even still, a bit of a cause for concern. And Jordan Price wants to get this team in order right now. For the Hastings Sodbusters, they understand that they could potentially be on the verge of something huge, and they want to capitalize on this opportunity to put the Big Sticks in an even bigger hole at home and keep what has been a bit of a struggle going. So 1 out pitch on the way. Cale Jensen at home plate. And that's well to the outside. Carson Carey almost lost the hold on it. Kyle Hildbrand in the hot corner. Taylor Gill currently at second base. Lane Shears at first. That's your base runners for the Hastings Sodbusters. 1-0 from Nissen. And that goes for a strike. 1-1 on an 86 mile per hour slider. Anthony Chavez currently on deck for Hastings, watching this all go down. hoping that Jensen could get a massive hit right here. Remember, he has hit a home run against the Big Sticks before. That in the first at-bat he had against them this season. Checked it in, and that goes for ball 2. 2-1 as they rule that Jensen didn't quite have enough on it. Didn't go on the swing. And Keenan Proctor, as well as the rest of the Big Sticks outfield, has to be alert. That'll be a 3-1. Could be a lot of deep shots. One thing that Jensen has in spades is power. He already has a double in this game, and he'd love to only make that bigger right here, a 3-1. And he walked him, and the Sodbusters will extend the lead. And they were waiting to get the official confirmation, but Kyle Hiltbrand, yes, you're coming to home plate, and you've got a 4-2 lead for the Hastings Sodbusters now. Another walk for Eli Nissen, and Jordan Price is again coming out of that third base dugout, as Nissen has issued 4 walks tonight, and he's coming out. So a bit of a tough night for Eli Nissen starting off. Not the usual efficiency, but even still, not a bad night of work. Had 3 strikeouts as well, but the Sodbusters with a 4-2 lead and bases loaded and just 1 out, and a chance to go up huge in just a moment. We'll be back in just a moment here from DCB&T for the conclusion of this first frame of the 4th. Don't go anywhere.
You have many co-pilots in life. And for 4 generations, we've been happy to help keep you on the road with all of them. Whether it's your first vehicle or your 10th, we're proud to be at your side when you need us. Think of us as the co-pilot that keeps you in the driver's seat. We've been proud to be by your side for 100 years. Here's to the next 100. Sachs Motor Company in Dickinson, North Dakota.
For working on your swing, learning the game of golf, watching a sporting event, or just relaxing and having a drink, the newly renovated Just Golf in Dickinson is just the ticket. Featuring a 4-site golf simulator and a great lounge area with beer, wine, and other drink options available. Just Golf is a great option for any get-together. Book a time online at justinglassnd.com or call us at 483-JUST. For a premium indoor golf experience, Just Golf is just what you need.
Make the most of your summer with a quick stop at Rosie's Food and Gas in South Dickinson. You'll find everything from live bait to lottery tickets. Pick up a hunting or fishing license, or even borrow a life jacket. Cool off with a for real ice cream shake, or pick up a snack on the way to the Big Sticks game. Rosie's Food and Gas, 1 block west of the Astoria Field in Dickinson.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark here in the top of the 4th between the Hastings Sodbusters and Badlands Big Sticks. Hastings has come into Dickinson tonight, and they've taken a 4-2 advantage early on and taken it to this Big Sticks defense. They've put up 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning off of a wild pitch and error, as well as a walked-in run from Eli Nissen, and Thomas King hoping to atone for some of those mistakes. His first test will be against Anthony Chavez with the bases loaded for the Hastings Sodbusters, and this is where a fresh arm could pay huge dividends for this Big Sticks defense. Out of Ventura College in Oxnard, California. Bases loaded for Hastings. Swung on towards left. Play by Abelhausen, throw to second, throw to first, and they do clean it up for the double play. Great way to end it, and a great start for Thomas King in this Big Sticks defense. The double play to end out the top of the 4th, but the Sodbusters do put 2 runs on the board, and they have a 4-2 lead once again. We'll be right back in the bottom of the 4th, where the Big Sticks will be looking for revenge.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Consolidated handles not only our phone service, our internet, our Wi-Fi, but they also handle our, as of lately, they took on our IT support and our cybersecurity. So it was exactly what we needed. It's been great. We haven't had any issues, but that is a good peace of mind when I leave and go home and knowing that my business, my customer information, everything is secure and I don't have to worry about that.
Welcome back to Dickinson, North Dakota, here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. The Badlands Big Sticks facing a 2-run deficit to the Hastings Sodbusters after Hastings put up 2 runs in the top half of this inning, and now the Badlands Big Sticks offense is going to have to get to work. Danny Rogers in the cleanup spot will be the leadoff hitter for the Big Sticks in this half inning. It'll be 4-5-6-2 up. Rogers, Cam Uran, and Balas Buckmaster. Adam DeBoer still on the mound for Hastings. He's done some solid work tonight. Has only given up runs in 1 inning, that being the bottom of the second, where Balas Buckmaster had an RBI and Carson Carey had a solo home run shot over the left field wall. And Carey has increased his legend more and more with those kinds of shots. Danny Rogers now up. The Big Sticks were 1-2-3'd, that being early on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But they're looking for some revenge right here with Danny Rogers. He'd love to join that home run party that Carey started. And that goes for a strike. It's an 0-1. The Big Sticks have only hit multiple home runs in a game once this entire season. That being against their final game in Fremont against the Fremont Moo. As that one goes for a strike, it's an 0-2 count. And right after they had lost the first half spot to the Fremont Moo, they'd love to do it here in an even more meaningful game. That's low and away for 1-2. Penultimate home game of the season for Badlands. Seen a lot of great action here at DCB&T throughout it. Rogers will wait. DeBoer taking his time. And this one driven deep to left field. Had a good look at first, but then it was easily caught by Cale Jensen. And this time he knows that he will make that catch. So Rogers gets denied, but Cam Uran might have a chance to change things around as Rogers sent that deep pop fly. Uran does have 1 hit tonight for Badlands. In fact, each of these 3 leadoff hitters has had some sort of contact with the ball tonight, whether it be a hit or an RBI. Pitch into Cam Uran as that ball broke outside, 1-0 with 1 out. 74 miles per hour on the Adam DeBoer pitch. DeBoer again, and this time he puts it in for a strike. A low fastball on a 1-1 count. And that's one of those low pitches that is so hard for any hitter to really make contact with. And it's a swing and a miss for Cam Uran, a 1-2. And that shows you why with plays like that. 1-2 count and 1 out. Uran waiting. Pitch on the way. Towards the inside and bobbled by Nick Jones. And Jones will pick it up on the low pitch. And the count evens up at 2 apiece for Cam Uran and the Big Sticks. 2-2 and 1. Uran swung on into right field, and he puts it in right in the center. It's bobbled, and Cam Uran is on to second base, and he will stop at second base as the Big Sticks record a double. It's Uran's 2nd hit of the night as the right fielder Kyle Hiltbrand bobbled it. Balas Buckmaster, the next man up. And Cam Uran with a brilliant hit into right field that Kyle Hiltbrand couldn't handle, as he looked like he was in a skating rink out there trying to field that baseball. Just couldn't field it cleanly. And now Buckmaster with a chance to add to that. 1-out pitch. And that's a slider to the outside that Nick Jones was just able to keep in front of him. 1-0 with 1. Buckmaster has been on a pretty good streak of his own as of late. Made a lot of contact with the baseball here in the second half. He's got a 210 average entering today. 22 hits, 3 triples, a home run, 18 RBIs, and 28 runs total. He's got Cam Uran in scoring position at second base right now. 2-0. And that goes in for a strike. 2-1 from Adam DeBoer. Nice breaking ball. And again, it just broke late as he was able to find it on the slider. Might go back to that slider well. And time is called by Balas Buckmaster, as he'll take a moment to examine what DeBoer is going to throw at him. Obviously, at this point in the game, down 2 runs, you really want to make sure that you know what you want to do. And he does try the slider to the outside. Count goes to 3-1, as it was well too far away from the zone. Now a 3-1 count for Buckmaster. Expect we'll see a fastball here from DeBoer, unless he wants to try to fool Buckmaster. Could be a risky game to play, and he does send in a fastball that is fouled off, and the count goes full. 3-2 with 1 out. Put it low and away, and just couldn't get it angled past Balas Buckmaster. And if Buckmaster's going to make contact, he will likely get it into the gap. That's what he's known for, and he is especially good at long distance hits. But this time he gets struck out. He went to the outside on that breaking ball and got cooked by Adam DeBoer. Here's another look at it, and look how it broke late right in front of Balas Buckmaster for out 2. Buckmaster gets denied, and Adam DeBoer now with 3 strikeouts in the game. But look out, because Carson Carey has his second plate appearance of the night, and he had a solo home run shot the last time he was in. Pitch in from DeBoer. Swing and a miss. And one thing we know about Carson Carey, he will swing for the fences. And if he gets struck out, so be it. It's the aggressive mindset that he enters baseball games with. 0-1-2. The Louisiana product looking on. Inside, breaking ball for a strike. 0-2. Great pitching from Adam DeBoer here in the bottom of this 4th inning. And it has fooled a bevy of Big Sticks hitters. Already struck out Buckmaster, and he might be about ready to do that to Carson Carey. 0-2-2. Swung on deep to right, back towards the track. And this time the catch made by Hiltbrand would have been the second home run of the game for Carson Carey, but no drama this time. Instead, it's the Sodbusters defense who cleans things up and holds the Big Stick scoreless as they maintain their 4-2 lead. They'll have a chance to extend it when we return from Dickinson.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing.
To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
much my car is worth. I just don't drive it anymore.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
I'm tired of my old car. I just want something different.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
What about boats and campers?
Dan Porter Motors will buy it. Now, for a limited time, Dan Porter Motors will give you the most for your car, boat, pickup, camper, motorcycle, jet ski, tractor. You get the picture. Just stop in, give them the keys, and they'll write you a check. It's that simple. See Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Top of the 5th inning between the Big Sticks and the Sodbusters. Thomas King still on the mound for Badlands. Currently trailing 4-2 to the Hastings Sodbusters, in a little bit of trouble early on as we approach the halfway point in this game. Another team currently having trouble, the Casper Spuds. They are still down 3-1 to the Oahe Zap in the top of the 4th inning, and they're going to have to do some work to try to pull out a victory tonight. And meanwhile as well for the Spearfish Sasquatch, things are going a little bit better against the Hastings Sodbusters. We said they had a 1-0 lead earlier on tonight, and now they are up 3-0 in Fremont. Those are the two teams the Big Sticks, again, have to worry about the most right now. But as of right now, it's all about winning this game, as Nick Jones will be the leadoff hitter in this half inning. Jones, Landon Goss, and Josh Printer, 5, 6, 7 for Hastings, are due up. And now we'll really get to see what King is all about. Only had one pitch before that one, but Thomas King is very much like a tank engine. He can keep chugging along and putting in those pitches. A lot of durability, as this one is fouled into the backstop and bounces up into the net for a 1-1 count for Jones, who does not have a hit yet tonight for Hastings. And that could play into the strategy here. We'll see what kind of pitches King tries to use. Oh, wow. Got him right near the back of the head, and I believe it bounced off of the lower part of his helmet. And that's a hit-by pitch that sends Jones onto first base. And yeah, look how it got him. Might have also went near the neck. Ugly looking, to say the least. That's a hit-by pitch for Thomas King. It's first of the game, and the first for the Big Sticks in this game. So Jones on first base, and Landon Goss the next man up, and Big Sticks pitching has somewhat struggled tonight as of late. Had a lot of issues with putting Sodbusters on base, as that one goes upstairs for a 1-0. 83-mile-per-hour breaking ball from Thomas King. Goss already has a double and a run tonight. And that one is put in a little too low for a 2-0 count. Goss is playing first base for Hastings tonight and has done a pretty good job over there. Maintained what could have been some Big Sticks plays and held them down a little more with some great infielding. And fouls it off of his bat as the count will go to 2-1. And for Thomas King, first time he's been with the Big Sticks all season, making his Big Sticks debut tonight, like we saw Harrison Waxley do last night over at third base now. Big Sticks have added a few new players as of late here in late July. This one is swung on to left, and boy, that one would have been dangerous if it had settled down just in time. Unfortunately, a little bit too much power by Landon Goss, but he still reminds you of that big swinging power that he possesses deep inside. 2-2 count. So Goss will look back. Pitch on the way, and it's to the outside as the count will even up. It will actually go to full, my apologies. 3-2. Full count for Landon Goss and the Hastings Sodbusters. Nick Jones at first. We'll see if Thomas King tries the fastball here. He will, and this one swung on towards right, drifting back, and I believe this one will go foul, and it will. Goes near the Sodbusters bullpen and bounces off one of the gates over there. Count will stay full, and that allows Landon Goss to fight another day. Josh Printer currently on deck for Hastings. The King pitch, 3-2. And that one is fouled off again. And the count stays full at 82 miles per hour. More broken glass here in Dickinson, and the Sodbusters, in total, they have 6 hits tonight. They have found a way into the gap. As we mentioned, that has been their biggest asset. This one fouled off again towards the third base dugout, and Landon Goss is doing everything he can to keep this at-bat alive. And Hastings has no outs here in the top of the fifth, so that only plays into their advantage further. In baseball, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's all about who can last longer and who stays more consistent. This one swung on into left, and it finally pays off for Landon Goss. He gets hit number 2 of the night with a single into left field.
Shortstop number 9, Josh Printer.
Josh Printer, the next man up after that big swing from Landon Goss. Printer has 1 hit and 1 run tonight, and the Sodbusters have runners on first and second. Printer, the shortstop, 1 hit, 1 run, as we just mentioned. And with another one of those, he could put the Sodbusters in position to score a run, or maybe score one with a run right here. Shows bunt, and it goes backwards. And the count goes to 1-0, too high on that Thomas King pitch. Sodbusters trying to get win number 1 against Badlands this year, coming into tonight with an 0-4 record. All of those games have been here in Dickinson. Here's the pitch, and the bunt is perfect right along that left field line, and he made it in time. What a bunt from Josh Printer. That is his 2nd hit of the night. You could not ask for a better bunt from a player, and Josh Printer just delivered it. So Tyler Welsh, the next man up, as things have become very, very serious for this Badlands Big Six defense. Bases loaded, no outs. And Kyle Hiltbrand, or rather Tyler Welsh on. Pitch to Welsh, and that's a swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 count. Welsh, the designated hitter, back in the lineup after coming in as a pinch hitter originally last night, trying to help out Hastings. And that goes for strike 2. 0-2 count. A nice play by Thomas King, and he's got a chance for his first strikeout of the game right here. And man, that guy is focused. Looking right at that camera. Kind of like how the Sodbusters are playing. That one goes upstairs, and it goes to a 1-2 count. Nick Jones in the hot corner, Landon Goss at second, and Josh Printer at first currently for the Hastings Sodbusters. And those jerseys, very, very yellow. Almost look like banana boat jerseys in a way. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Thomas King gets the first strikeout of the game for himself, and that was a nice fastball. Not a bad timing effort from Tyler Welsh, but he just could not make contact. And Thomas King gets that first K on bases loaded. So now in the number 9 spot with Kyle Hiltbrand, who's also been pretty good tonight. 1 hit, 1 run. And he swings one into left, deep into the wall area, and the catch is made. Running on and into home plate. The throw there, and it's off target. And the Sodbusters extend the lead on a sacrifice fly. It's Nick Jones who comes home for his first run of the night. And the Sodbusters now have a 3-run lead with 2 runners in scoring position. And for Kyle Hiltbrand, he's got his first RBI. That sacrifice fly play deep into left field comes up huge. We go back to the top of the order with Taylor Gill, who surprisingly does not have a hit yet, despite all the success that the Sodbusters have had. That might change here. Over into left, and Waxley, a diving play, and he made the catch. What an effort from Harrison Waxley. Oh, baby. Take a look at, oh my gracious. Had to lunge at that one. What an incredible play. That ball took off like the Wright brothers and was brought down in a hurry by Waxley, and that's out number 3. However, the Hastings Sodbusters do extend their lead 5-2 on a sacrifice fly from Kyle Hiltbrand. We'll be right back after the break.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down and we take it all in stride.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go, girls.
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
World-renowned YouTube chef Lamise O brings her authentic Caribbean cuisine to the Dickinson area. Island Cuisine is open in the St. Joe's Plaza with available takeout and dine-in options. You'll find their entire menu on Facebook or call 483-9918 to place a pickup order. Enjoy incredible dishes like brown stewed chicken or everyone's favorite, Rasta pasta. Call now to order or stop in. Island Cuisine, located in St. Joe's Plaza, Dickinson.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark as we are now in the bottom of the 5th inning and the Hastings Sodbusters have taken it to the Big Sticks. They have a 5-2 lead. Despite some great defense from the Badlands Big Sticks, they have been really stymied by what Hastings has been able to do, and the offense has not been able to generate much outside of a Carson Carey home run, and that is what has led to this 5-2 game that is currently on your screen. But Badlands looking to turn that around in a hurry. And they will get things started off here with Harrison Waxley. He'll be the leadoff hitter, the third baseman. Waxley, Cam Crater, and Eli Nissen, or rather, not Eli Nissen, Marcus Abelhausen. 8-9-1 will be the leadoff hitters in this half inning.
Third baseman, number 6, Harrison Waxley.
So Waxley made an incredible play in the top of the 5th inning to end out the half inning with a diving catch attempt at third base, and he got it down. And that is led in here. Maybe he can translate that momentum to this at-bat from Adam DeBoer. And he puts one into the net for an 0-1 count, and it'll bounce off of the backstop. The Big Sticks with 4 hits tonight, but thus far it has been somewhat minimal as to what they've been able to do, and Adam DeBoer has to be commended for what he's been able to do against this Big Sticks batting core. Settles in the breaking ball for strike 2. And an 0-2 count for DeBoer. He's got a chance at another strikeout. This time it would be Waxley in his second plate appearance of the night. Here it comes. Upstairs, and it's a 1-2 count. A little too much on the 85-mile-per-hour pitch. And we'll see if he tries another fastball here or if he goes the breaking ball route. And it is a breaking ball, a slider that went too low and too far to the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count. Pitch from DeBoer. Swung on, into the net it goes, and another foul ball for Harrison Waxley. And that only continues to apply the pressure on this Big Sticks offense. As the pitch comes in again towards the inside, and that is ball 3. So it goes all the way from 0-2 to a full count now for Adam DeBoer. And this could play massively into the Badlands Big Sticks' favor. Let's see if Waxley can deliver for his 3rd hit of the weekend. Instead, it's a wild pitch that goes too far to the outside and was barely collected by Nick Jones. He walked Harrison Waxley, and that has got to be crushing for Adam DeBoer, who had an 0-2 count quickly go away from him. His 2nd walk of the night. And Cam Crater, the next man up, but you do wonder how much gas does Adam DeBoer have left in the tank? The Tyler Junior College product on, and Cam Crater swung on into center field. And that will be a single for Crater, his 1st hit of the night. And we go quickly back to the top of the order with Marcus Abelhausen as the Big Sticks are again threatening, and Adam DeBoer and the Sodbusters have to be getting a little bit more nervous now. The soon-to-be Gonzaga University player from Mercer Island, Washington, tonight's leadoff hitter, 3rd plate appearance of the night, but still looking for hit number 1 on DeBoer. Runners on first and second with Waxley and Crater, and time is called. He'll take a few moments to figure out what he wants to do with this next Adam DeBoer pitch. And that's too far to the inside. It's a 1-0 count. DeBoer is getting up there in pitches now, although theoretically he should still have a little bit of time left in this game. But if he continues to deliver hits for the Big Sticks, you wonder how long that will keep going. And that is a hit by pitch. And now the base is loaded for the Badlands Big Sticks. A walk, a hit given up, and now a hit by pitch, all in this half inning for Adam DeBoer. And now Keenan Proctor, the next man up, and Joel Shipper sees it just as well as I do. He is coming out of that first base dugout, and it might be time to either settle him down or call on a pitching change. We'll see what Shipper wants to do, but right now, this cannot go on from Adam DeBoer, or Hastings will be in big trouble. Shipper is also the head coach of Hastings College nearby, formerly coached at Davenport University, and helped them to their lone conference title in school history. Played at Grand Valley State University. He was a 4-year letter winner there, and was also a football player in his past. Kicked the game-winning field goal in Grand Rapids Christian's lone football state championship, so he's a hero in a lot of ways. And did I mention he also had 3 consecutive baseball state championships in high school? This guy knows what the term winning is all about, and he's trying to instill that in Hastings here. Keenan Proctor, the next man up, and he has been simply electric already this weekend. Third plate appearance, does not have a hit yet in this game, but that could all be washed away right here. Swung on, foul ball, 0-1 count, and the crowd senses just how big this could be in the game. One swing again by Proctor could potentially tie the game. Remember, last night with bases loaded, he had a 3-run triple into the right field corner. Can he do that again on the Sodbusters? That in the bottom of the 7th, this in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking ball to the outside, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. 77-mile-per-hour breaking ball from Adam DeBoer. Bases loaded for Badlands. Pitch on the way, swung on, and bobbled. That's going to score a run for the Big Sticks. And coming on to first base is Proctor. He delivers yet again as he brings in Harrison Waxley, and we've got a 2-run game. First hit of the game, and it's an RBI that keeps the bases loaded with Isaac Huddle, the next man up. Waxley comes home on the run, and that walk issued by Adam DeBoer earlier comes back to bite him. 5-3 game. Hastings clinging to this lead. And a nice breaking ball for a strike, an 0-1 count. But Hastings still has no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Big Sticks, in all theory, should really tie this game up, if not take the lead. Pitch to Huddle again, and it gets away, but a good recovery from Nick Jones. By all rights, that should have been a run scored, but it took a nice bounce off of that backstop. And that was also great recognition that time to not go after that by Cam Crater. Stayed in the hot corner, and he's able to stay alive. 1-1 count. Huddle still waiting. Low pitch, and that will be ball 2. Jones looks over at Crater, trying to keep him honest, but it's a 2-1 count here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and this is where Isaac Huddle has shined in the past. He does have 1 home run this year. Checked in swing, and that's ball 3. And another ball walks in a run for the Big Sticks and makes this a 1-run game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch to Huddle. Swung on, foul ball, and that was a big foul ball for Adam DeBoer as the count goes full. 3-2, and we can expect a fastball to Isaac Huddle right here. The question is, can the number 3 man in the lineup make contact and bring in a couple of runs to tie this game up? And he walked him. It went to the outside, and that will bring in Cam Crater. And we have a one-run game in Dickinson as the Big Sticks have put up 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Adam DeBoer now with 3 walks in this game, 2 of them in this half inning. And Danny Rogers, the next man up. And this crowd can sense what Danny can do as well. He already has a hit tonight. A grand slam would put the game firmly in the Big Sticks' hands. He drives one deep back at the wall. And the catch is made. Runner coming home. And it will be easily scored by Marcus Abelhausen. But man, oh man. That was almost a grand salami, which would have been the second of the year from Danny Rogers, but it still gets the job done. Abelhausen comes home, and we've got a tie baseball game. Rogers with his first RBI of the night as Cam Urand comes on. Good catch by Lane Shears out there in center field, but we've got a tie game. The Big Sticks have put 3 runs on the board in the bottom of the 5th. And you gotta wonder how much longer Joel Shipper is going to want to keep in Adam DeBoer. Urand already has 2 hits tonight. One more hit would give the Big Sticks a potential for the lead. Low pitch, and that's ball 1. Badlands now has runners in the corners after Marcus Abelhausen came in on the Danny Rogers sacrifice fly. A 1-0 count and 1 out. On the way to Urand, inside and too far to the inside, almost a hit by pitch. 2-0 count. And Adam DeBoer, who looked so poised earlier on, might be a little bit shaken right now here in this rogue enemy territory. He's had a bit of a rough inning. And again, he delivers an inside pitch for a 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, and he could load the bases again with his 3rd walk of this inning and his 4th walk overall. The tank might be empty, and he did walk him. So Cam Urand is able to load the bases as he draws a walk from DeBoer, his 4th of the game. And how much more does Joel Shipper want to keep DeBoer out there? Balas Buckmaster, the next man up. Bases loaded yet again. Isaac Huddle on second base. Keenan Proctor in the hot corner. And Cam Urand at first. And it gets away. This will be the leading run, and it will come home in time. Keenan Proctor scores for the Big Sticks, and they have a 6-5 lead on a wild pitch from Adam DeBoer. 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it has been a cataclysmic half inning for Adam DeBoer. Proctor with his first run of the night, and now it's the Big Sticks who score on a wild pitch. A true reversal of fortune. 2 runners in scoring position for Balas Buckmaster and just 1 out. And that is a breaking ball for ball 2. 2-0 count as he put it in low. 2-0 and 1 out. The Big Sticks have overcome all the odds. They were down 3 to enter the bottom of the 5th to take the lead. And Buckmaster launches one over into right field, drifting towards the foul area, and oh my goodness! Kyle Hiltbrand went over the wall trying to get the baseball, and he gets a nice ovation. Take a look at this. Now that looks a little bit like, you might be familiar with Big Poppy's grand slam in the 2013 ALCS. Very similar to how that play looked. No home run this time. Instead, he just goes over the wall. And now a 2-1 count and 1 out for Balas Buckmaster. But a heck of an effort by Kyle Hiltbrand, although he gets nothing for it. 2-1 and 1 out. And that goes for a strike. 2-2 count. And the fans are not so thrilled by that call. They thought for sure it was a ball, and it was a little bit high from what we could tell. But the umpire made the call, and it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. Pitch in, and a swing and a miss. And Buckmaster gets struck out for out number 2, and a big one for Adam DeBoer. He brought it right in and towards the outside on the breaking ball. His 4th strikeout of the game as Carson Carey is back in with a 2-out pitch, and his 3rd plate appearance. He's 1 for 2 so far, and the Northwestern State product already has a solo home run shot tonight, trying to extend the lead again. We know he'll be aggressive in this plate appearance, looking for an exclamation point on this 5th inning offensively. Swung on towards right, play made, and a nice recovery by Taylor Gill. He gets it to first, and Landon Gause looked dangerous, but even still, the Badlands Big Sticks put 4 runs on the board in the bottom of the 5th inning, and a collapse for the Hastings Sodbusters. They'll have a chance to rectify that when we return to Dickinson after this break.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity. It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety.
Efficiency.
Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Welcome back to DCB&T. We are now in the 6th inning as the Badlands Big Sticks put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take their first lead of the night. They're up 6-5 on Hastings and now are inching closer and closer to that potential series clincher here tonight. Thomas King still on the mound for Badlands, and he will have to deal with Lane Shears, the leadoff hitter for Hastings in this half inning. It'll be Shears, Cale Jensen, and Anthony Chavez. So for Hastings right now, it is important to not overreact to this situation and understand that you're still in a pretty good spot, but King with a chance to prove differently. And there's a bunt. It goes straight into the net, and it's an 0-1 count on a foul ball. Shears trying the bunt. An interesting strategy early, but Shears has already shown that he's pretty good at delivering bunts for the Sodbusters. And really this Hastings team has done a good job of that tonight. They did put a run on the board in the top of the 5th inning, so it isn't like they haven't been producing offensively. 5 runs already in this game. It's just that the Big Sticks cobbled together an excellent half inning. King looking back as Marcus Abelhausen was trying to adjust some of his gear out there. King trying to make sure he's ready. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. It's an 0-2 count. And Thomas King has quickly taken it to Lane Shears. And Shears does not have a hit yet on the night for Hastings. And that could be huge right here, the 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. What a sequence that time from Thomas King as he struck out Lane Shears in dramatic fashion. His 2nd K of the night, put it right past him on that excellent breaking ball. Cale Jensen, the next man up, already with 1 hit and 1 double tonight, and the Big Sticks, as usual, make a big shift into right to account for that. And he showed butt, but instead it's a strike, 0-1 count. Nice play by Thomas King, brings it to an 0-1. So we'll likely see Jensen go full throttle here. On the way. And that is low of the zone, and a 1-1. Evened up by Thomas King. Jensen already with a double tonight. That in his first at-bat of the game. Eli Nissen was pitching. King making his big sticks debut, trying to keep the pedal to the metal. That's low and to the outside now. 2-1 count as Carson Carey could not quite collect it. The 2-1-1. And it's a hit by pitch. Got him right in the back, and Cale Jensen advances to first base. So he had been flirting with that for a bit, and that is exactly what he delivered. That is his second hit by pitch of the game. Anthony Chavez, the next man up in the number 4 spot for Hastings. He does have 1 hit in this game thus far. 1 out and a runner on first in Cale Jensen. Out of Ventura College in Oxnard, California. And for Hastings right now, the key is you got to tie this game up if you can find a way in a hurry. The no count with 1 out. And that one angled well to the inside. Was almost a second straight hit by a pitch, this time on Chavez. And is that a Donkey Kong plush in the Sodbusters first base dugout? I've seen it all right now. I'd love to know the meaning behind that. 1-0. And that one gets away from Carey. On to second is Jensen. So the bobble by Carson Carey, who has struggled with that a little bit tonight, ends up coming back to bite them yet again, and Jensen advances on to second base. Chavez making another plate appearance here, trying to help Hastings to tie this game up. Pitch on the way. Swung on, and over the net it goes for a 2-1 with 1 out. 85 miles per hour on the Thomas King pitch. And you see Carey and King exchanging what's likely signals, trying to make sure that they are in perfect rhythm right now. And that's the key here in this game. If there's any kind of miscommunication, Hastings could very well capitalize on that. So you want to make sure to keep those signals straight. The 2-1 with 1. And King thought about going back to second and decides to shrug it off, just trying to keep Cale Jensen honest. Jensen has a pretty big leadoff right now. Pitch to Chavez, and it's outside for a 3-1. Also up and away, so out of the zone again, and it's a 3-1 count with 1 out now. Could be dangerous for Anthony Chavez. Would put him on base, and a walk would be issued, which would not be the first of the game for the Big Sticks. On the way, swung to deep center. This one drifting back towards the wall, and the catch is made. Keenan Proctor again delivers under the bright lights, and he made a great adjustment out there in deep center field to catch that ball right before it got to the warning track. And what would have been a leading shot for Anthony Chavez is denied as Nick Jones comes on now with 2 outs. Nick Jones, the catcher tonight, but he has not seen any hits for Hastings despite the 8 total that they've had. But he does have Jensen in scoring position, maybe a bit of a motivator here. And he thought again about going back to second, but he just does not want Jensen trying to steal the hot corner. Pitch on the way, and that goes for a strike and an 0-1 count. 0-1 with 2 outs now, and a great breaking ball from Thomas King as he continues to be very elaborate with that pitching style, and it's worked out well for him. Already has a strikeout in this half inning. Looking for number 2 right here. Back towards second. Pitch into Jones and fouled into the net. And the count moves to 0-2 with 2. And if you're Hastings and you don't put any runs on the board, that has to be a huge cause for concern entering the bottom half of this 6th inning, knowing what the Big Sticks offense was able to do last time. And I'd assume we'll see a new pitcher coming out for Hastings. And whoever that is going to have their hands full. 0-2-2. Crowd getting loud. They want the strikeout. Will they get the strikeout? Instead, they'll get a foul that bounces off the left edge of the net. Count stays at 0-2-2. And Nick Jones taking his time as the umpire calls time. As it looks like Thomas King trying to make sure that he is adjusted right now and ready to go. The 0-2-2. Can Nick Jones find a seam to tie this game? Fans will make it hard on him. They're getting loud and proud at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. And on to third, and taking it easily is Jensen. I think that's one Thomas King will let him have, but that was a good maneuver and good awareness by Jensen. And if there's a wild pitch here, could come back to bite the Big Sticks, as it's a 1-2 with 2 outs. Pitch in from King, and that's upstairs. Count evens up at 2 apiece. And we have 2s across the board here in the top of the 6th inning. Opportunity on the way for Hastings, but can they capture the brass ring with Nick Jones? Swung on, another foul ball. It goes into the crowd and Souvenir City. The count will stay at 2 apiece with 2 outs. Just deflected off the top of that net, and those are always fun for this crowd here at DCB&T. 2-2 with 2 outs. Pitch into Jones, and he did not strike him out, and the crowd is not going to be happy about that call. Let's take a look at it with this replay. Big breaking ball, and oh boy. Wow. Yeah, I don't think he got that one right. Full count and 2 outs. This one swung on into left, and it is going to be a foul ball. That would have easily tied the game for Nick Jones and Hastings. And this crowd is probably going to be even more unhappy about that call if Hastings goes on to potentially tie this game in this half inning. And yeah, they are still not happy with the umpire after that call was made. But still a full count and 2 outs and a chance to deliver the strikeout anyway. Pitch from King, swung on, Abelhausen there. Throw to first, and Rogers gets it for the out. So the missed strikeout call doesn't matter. Hastings comes up empty, and the Big Sticks retain their lead 6-5, as we'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th here in Dickinson.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
You have many co-pilots in life. And for 4 generations, we've been happy to help keep you on the road with all of them. Whether it's your first vehicle or your 10th, we're proud to be at your side when you need us. Think of us as the co-pilot that keeps you in the driver's seat. We've been proud to be by your side for 100 years. Here's to the next 100. Sachs Motor Company in Dickinson, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Dickinson, North Dakota. As you hear the crowd probably screaming in the background, they're doing their pronghorn peach giveaway, always done here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Harrison Waxley will be the leadoff hitter for the Badlands Big Sticks, and Adam DeBoer is still on the mound for Hastings. Interesting decision here. There is activity in the Sodbusters bullpen, but after what happened in the bottom of the 5th, I'd figure you pull him out and you don't take your risk with him, but obviously Joel Shipper feels as though that he can keep him in there for just a little bit longer, so we'll see how he can do here in this 6th inning of action. Harrison Waxley does not have a hit yet tonight, but he does have 1 run. Out of Louisiana Christian and Bossier City, Louisiana. And now with a chance to continue to extend this lead for the Badlands Big Sticks, who are absolutely dominant in their last half inning offensively. 1-run lead here at home. Pitch on the way from DeBoer, and that's high and away for ball 1 and a 1-0 count on the 72-mile-per-hour pitch. Badlands was down 3 runs earlier on in the 5th inning, but they made that massive comeback. That's driven to the outside for ball 2 and a 2-0 count. As there's a look at some of the Big Sticks players near the third base dugout, checking out the action and hoping that Harrison Waxley can deliver a deep shot. The 2-0. Up and away for ball 3. And again, he's on the verge of doing exactly what happened in the last half inning, and that's giving up a walk. 3-0 count. Pitch on the way, and that's too high again, and he's going to walk another man. So Waxley on to first base, and it's been the problem that has been plaguing the Sodbusters as of late. That is DeBoer's 5th walk, and now Joel Shipper is coming out of that first base dugout, and he will call on a new pitcher. So one walk too many for Adam DeBoer. We'll see his end of the night. He ends with 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a hit by pitch, as the Sodbusters will put a new man on the bump, down 6-5, and trying to keep this thing within somewhat striking distance for themselves. We'll be right back after this commercial break. New pitcher on the way for Hastings.
For working on your swing, learning the game of golf, watching a sporting event, or just relaxing and having a drink, the newly renovated Just Golf in Dickinson is just the ticket. Featuring a 4-site golf simulator and a great lounge area with beer, wine, and other drink options available. Just Golf is a great option for any get-together. Book a time online at justinglassnd.com or call us at 483-JUST. For a premium indoor golf experience, Just Golf is just what you need.
Make the most of your summer with a quick stop at Rosie's Food and Gas in South Dickinson. You'll find everything from live bait to lottery tickets. Pick up a hunting or fishing license, or even borrow a life jacket. Cool off with a for real ice cream shake, or pick up a snack on the way to the Big Sticks game. Rosie's Food and Gas, 1 block west of the Astoria Field in Dickinson.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Welcome back to Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. Cam Crater at home plate for the Badlands Big Sticks. After Harrison Waxley was walked, Luke Wenzel on the bump now for the Hastings Sodbusters. And Wenzel thus far on the year with 34 and a third innings pitched, a 1-1 record, 27 hits, 35 runs given up, 21 strikeouts, and a 6.82 ERA. Bunt from Crater, and it somehow went for a strike. What an incredible strike on that bunt, as I thought for sure the Crater would have been able to make contact with that, but it dropped in below his bat, and it's an 0-1 count. Pitch from Wenzel, and it is a bunt along the third base line, throw to first, and that's out one. Good recovery by the Sodbusters defense as Anthony Chavez quickly came over to account for the bunt, and that's good discipline. That brings us back to the top of the order for the Badlands Big Sticks, as Marcus Abelhausen, the #1 man, is going to be up to bat. He'll have a 1-out pitch on the way. Harrison Waxley currently at second base, as the Big Sticks are trying to extend this lead of 1 run. Luke Wenzel pitch coming up. And you see that interesting pitching style that he has. 1-0 count, kind of delivers it on a sidearm formation. Very similar to a submarine pitcher in a way. 1-0-1. And slings it too far to the outside for ball 2 and a 2-0 count with 1 out. And we'll see if that unique style can affect Marcus Abelhausen at all, who does not have a hit yet for the Big Sticks in the #1 spot in the lineup, although he's been very effective as of late, so we'll see if that changes. Here's the 2-0. And he thought about going back to second base. Quickly returns to the rubber, and the count stays at 2-0. Pitch on the way. Too far to the inside as he tried to wind it back in, and it's a 3-0 on that big breaking ball. Abelhausen last night was not in the lineup for the Badlands Big Sticks, so this is first action of the weekend as that one goes for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. A well-timed strike on what would have been a walk by Luke Wenzel. Can he get strike 2 and bring it full? Slings it, and he got the strike, and Abelhausen just got struck out. Or he thought he did. He was going back towards the dugout. And I was about to say something about that didn't seem right, but what a strike that was. Abelhausen was already headed back towards the third base dugout, but he had another strike. Full count. Lifted deep into right field, back at the wall it goes, and it just stayed inside the yard. On to third base is Harrison Waxley. A good catch by Kyle Hiltbrand, but man, that was almost the second home run of the night and Marcus Abelhausen's first of the year. And he comes off of the field with a bit of a half smile. He knew that one had a chance, just couldn't get it. So Keenan Proctor now on. The Big Sticks do have a runner in the hot corner in Harrison Waxley. Remember, Carson Carey already has a solo home run shot tonight. The Big Sticks have had a couple of close calls to a second home run with Danny Rogers, and now Marcus Abelhausen. 2-out pitch to Proctor, and that one is bobbled by Nick Jones, and it brings it to a 1-0. Too low that time. And we've seen Waxley's speed already in this series. He could use that here, and if Proctor gets on base, look out as well. 1-0 count, and a strike for a 1-1. Odd style or not, Luke Wenzel's making it work, and he has evened up the count. 1-1 with 2 outs. The Sodbusters trying to stay close going into the 7th inning. Pitch again, and over towards first. Catch made, and the grounding play results in an out as he got it to Landon Goss in time, did Taylor Gill. And the Big Sticks, despite a promising start, come up empty against the Hastings Sodbusters. We'll be right back for the 7th inning when we return on the other side of this break.
Hi, I'm Robin Schwint, Marketing Manager at Consolidated, reminding you that when you come across a deal you think is pretty good, compare apples to apples. Sometimes when a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and you might get stuck in something that just doesn't work for you. At Consolidated, we will find the best internet, phone, or cable TV package for you, all backed by the reliability and service from over 100 local employees. Plus, if you find a better deal out there, apples to apples, we will meet or beat that price. That's our guarantee. Consolidated, reach the world from here.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing.
To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Welcome back here for the 7th inning between the Badlands Big Sticks and Hastings Sodbusters. And Kobe Krenz is now on the mound for the Badlands Big Sticks, making his first appearance of not just the night, but also the series. And Kobe Krenz was very effective as well against the Spearfish Sasquatch in game number 3 not too long ago on Thursday night. So he was pitching in limited overall practice, but now he's back on the mound for the Badlands Big Sticks just 2 days later, and we will see what he can do.
From Dickinson State University, number 5, Kobe Krenz.
Landon Gause will be the leadoff hitter for Hastings as they try to tie this game up once again. Kobe Krenz is going to make that as hard as he can. This is the team leader in strikeouts for a reason. Kobe Krenz is notorious for some great pitching styles that he can employ on any batter he goes up against. So we'll see if that is what he can do against the Hastings Sodbusters here as the Big Sticks try to close out a victory here at home.
First baseman, number 31, Landon Gause.
Krenz with just over 32 innings pitched on the year, 32 1/3, a 4-1 record, 1 save, 28 hits, 12 runs given up, 13 walks issued, 54 strikeouts, and a 2.60 ERA. One of the best pitchers on this roster, but this one is launched into right field, and that will be a leadoff single for Landon Gause, his 3rd hit of the night. So chalk that up to the announcer's jinx. Kobe Krenz lets up a solo single. And now we'll see the next man up in Josh Printer. He's already had 2 hits tonight, including one of the best bunts I've ever seen, and that was in his last at-bat. Landon Gause at first. Pitch from Krenz, and that one is fouled off into the backstop. Count goes to 0-1. As Printer made just a little bit of contact for Hastings. They did a good job of limiting the Big Sticks in the bottom of the 6th with new pitcher Luke Wenzel. Big Sticks trying to answer with a new one of their own. Pitch from Krenz, and he tried the bunt again and it didn't work. 0-2, Krenz was ready for it. And a nice breaking ball towards the outside margin. Can Kobe Krenz get strikeout number 55 on the year right here? He's got a chance against Printer. Here comes the windmill, and there's a strikeout. Kobe Krenz does it with another breaking ball spectacular. Wow, what a slider that was towards the top of the zone, and Kobe Krenz put it in perfectly for the strikeout. So Josh Printer denied, and Tyler Welsh will be taken out of the game, and Rusty Wertman will be coming in for the Hastings Sodbusters. Pinch hitter here for the Sodbusters. As that goes for a strike from Krenz, and he's very good at those outside pitches, especially when it comes to fastballs against left-handed batters. He was doing that all night against the Spearfish Sasquatch on Thursday. This one, he lights up towards the interior, and Carey is able to collect it, but the count is now 1-1. Krenz looking on. See if he tries another breaking ball here. He does, and it's another swing and a miss. 1-2 as Kobe Krenz is finding that form in a hurry. That leadoff single not seeming to bother him at all. Can he get another strikeout here? Too low that time on the low breaking ball from Krenz. The count goes to 2 apiece with 1 out as Krenz was trying to angle it, but he just couldn't find it in time. And we have an even count at 2 apiece. And fouled into the backstop. Bounces well off of the backstop and makes it easy for Krenz. Count will stay at 2 apiece. 2-2-1. Kyle Hildbrand, the next man up for the Hastings Sodbusters, excuse me. Taylor Gill will be in behind him. 2-2-1. Pitch from Krenz, sent over and easily caught by Rogers. Throw to second, and they got the double play. What a throwback from Danny Rogers. What a tag by Marcus Abelhausen, and the Big Sticks with one of the best double plays of the year. What about that? And Danny Rogers, he lights a fire better than Kingsford Charcoal with that play right there. We'll be right back after the break, after the 7th inning stretch. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, Dan Porter here. When you're having trouble getting your car or truck in for service, think Dan Porter Motors. Fast express service, low price tires with rotations for life, free alignment checks, free car washes with service, low price daily rental cars, shuttle service to and from work. Give us a call at 227-1272 or see us on the web at dpmotors.com. That's 227-1272 for all your service needs. Give us a call.
Boy Toys.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down and we take it all in stride.
You got it on video, right?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Might be quick. Here we go.
It's rolling.
Oh, you got it, right?
I got it all.
You got the whole ride?
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Back at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark here for the bottom of the 7th inning between the Big Sticks and the Sodbusters. Luke Wenzel still on the mound for Hastings, as Isaac Huddle will be the leadoff hitter for the Big Sticks. Out of North Iowa Area Community College in Mandan, North Dakota, as the Big Sticks are in a great position to once again extend their lead. They were shut out in the bottom of the 6th by Luke Wenzel. And Wenzel's hoping he can get an encore, but the Big Sticks are not easily fooled against the Sodbusters defense. Huddle, Rogers, and Cam Uran, the leadoff hitters, 3-4-5. And a nice strike from Wenzel on a breaking ball. 0-1 count as he brought it back right into the zone. Sunset Skies now overtaking Dickinson. Pitch again from Wenzel. And a checked in swing, and it goes for ball 1. Huddle not quite enough on that swing to go, and the count is 1-1. Playing the DH spot tonight for the Big Sticks. Back in the lineup here, DCB&T, and he took a big swing and a miss that time, and the count goes to 1-2. swung at everything and caught nothing but air, but he was swinging for everything, thought he had a shot at it against Luke Wenzel. And he does launch one over to left, and this one is caught by Cale Jensen right on that left field line. And Huddle will get denied, and Danny Rogers will come on next with a 1-out pitch. So here comes the man of the neighborhood, Danny Rogers, the RBI machine. Still looking for that first home run in the month of July. Would be a great time to do that right now against Luke Wenzel. He'll get his first look at him today. That one goes to the outside. It's ball number 1 and a 1-0 count with 1 out on the 79-mile-per-hour pitch. Pitch to Rogers, and this one well to the outside. Nick Jones just able to catch it with that glove hand, but it was very close to being a wild pitch. Of course, wouldn't have mattered all that much. No runners on base for the Big Sticks, but even still, that's a little bit of cause for concern. Rogers swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Count goes to 2-1, and Rogers loves that right field area as one of our umpires over there are wiping away something. Must be some bugs out there. Mosquitoes are biting hard right now. Can be mighty annoying here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark, but I think it adds to the flair a little bit, makes it feel more like a genuine summer environment. 3-1 and 1 out. Pitch to Rogers, and he walked him. Rogers on to first base. So a walk issued by Luke Wenzel. That'll send on number 5 in the lineup, Cam Uran, as the Big Sticks now have a runner at first base, and a pretty quick one in Danny Rogers, who has shown more and more of his speed as this season has progressed. Out of Centennial, Colorado and Metro State University is Cam Uran. Bottom of the 7th inning, and he swings and misses at this one for an 0-1 count. Remember, it was the bottom of the 7th where the Big Sticks really tore open the game last night. I'm sure that Joel Shipper and this Sodbusters team knows that more than anybody. That's why you send in Luke Wenzel. Try to keep it close. This one almost was a disaster for Landon Gause as it got away from him, but it stayed within distance to where Danny Rogers couldn't get to second base. Both teams have 1 error in this game in total. Pretty efficient, but there's still been those moments where things have gone haywire. And just on the outside, he tried to fit it into Uran, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. 1-1 and 1. Badlands looking for hit number 7 of the night right here. And again, he tries that outside margin and can't fit it in. 2-1 count. Luke Wenzel has had his struggles against left-handed batters in this game, and for the Big Sticks, left-handed batters is something that they especially specialize in. Swung on a high fly ball, coming over towards the fence, and the catch was made over there, I believe. Yes, it was. What a play by Anthony Chavez coming over from third base for out number 2. That is a clutch out right against the fence, and he did a good job locating that ball. So Uran gets denied. There will be no hit number 3, and Balas Buckmaster will be the next man up out of Anchorage, Alaska and Dickinson State University. 2-out pitch with Danny Rogers at first base. Wenzel looking on, and he throws back to first again, cannot get it on the pickoff. Buckmaster has been struck out in this game before. This is his 4th plate appearance of the night. And he fouls it off for an 0-1 count as it rolls towards that backstop. Big Sticks trying to make a magical moment like Lionel Messi did last night. An incredible goal late in the game. I know it's soccer, but even still, the world of sports can be an awesome place sometimes with things like that. Big Sticks trying to add to that, as that one goes to the outside for ball 1, and it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs as Buckmaster attempted to get it. And Buckmaster lights one up towards shallow center. Grounded and lost. Throw to first. And they still got the out. So what should have been an error for Josh Printer ended up coming out peaches and cream. He got the throw to first and took out the lost Buckmaster. And the Sodbusters keep it at a one-run game as we approach the 8th inning. We'll be right back on the other side of the break.
World-renowned YouTube chef Lamise O brings her authentic Caribbean cuisine to the Dickinson area. Island Cuisine is open in the St. Joe's Plaza with available takeout and dine-in options. You'll find their entire menu on Facebook or call 483-9918 to place a pickup order. Enjoy incredible dishes like brown stew chicken or everyone's favorite, Rasta pasta. Call now to order or stop in. Island Cuisine, located in St. Joe's Plaza, Dickinson.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety,
Efficiency. Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
and the co-op
is me.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Kobe Krenz still on the mound for the Badlands Big Sticks here in the top of the 8th inning, as he will have Kyle Hiltbrand to contend with as the Hastings Sodbusters again try to pull out a comeback against Badlands tonight. Hiltbrand out of Western Oregon University and Atascadero, California. Hastings closing in on a potential victory against the Big Sticks if they can pull in a few runs here. Remember, 0-4 against Badlands entering this series, trying to change that. This one lit up to left center. Back it goes. And Appelhausen there, but the catch will instead be made by the left fielder, Cam Crater. Nice work by Crater, and Hiltbrand quickly gets retired as we'll go back to the top of the Sodbusters order with Taylor Gill. The second baseman out of Northeast Community College, in Orem, Utah, as that goes for a strike and an 0-1 count. Lane Shears due up as well for Hastings. And the biggest thing right now is survive this Kobe Krenz onslaught that Hastings has to know is coming. Krenz with an incredible amount of strikeouts has already been very efficient in this game, as he had a strikeout earlier on in his first inning of action, that being the top of the 7th. That one goes for a strike. What a play by Kobe Krenz, and it's a 2-2. That breaking ball continues to be a pain in the side of these Sodbusters batters tonight. And he got him. Strikeout Kobe Krenz. He delivered it on the outside margin. Here's a look at it, and it was a perfect fastball. The fastball is the finishing touch on his second strikeout of the night, and number 56 of the year, as Lane Shears comes on, number 2 in the lineup, with a 2-out pitch. The Sodbusters in danger of a rare 1-2-3 tonight. Another breaking ball for a strike. Kobe Krenz, he was already great at the start of the season, but as this season has gone forward, he just continues to get better and better. And as I say that, he delivers a wild pitch. 1-1. Just like my friends tell me, I've got to stop jinxing these guys, as that one was put too far to the outside and bounces off the backstop. Lane Shears trying for his first hit of the night right here. Krenz waiting, throwing, and that is upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 count on the 86-mile-per-hour breaking ball. There's a look at some of the Big Sticks looking on. And that goes for a strike. 2-2 count. A slider from Krenz that evens the count at 2 apiece. And guess what? We've got 2s across the board here in the top of the 8th inning. and Lane Shears is in the danger zone. Krenz looking on. Chance for another strikeout in this half inning, which would be his second straight. Instead, he sends it upstairs, and the count goes full. 3-2 and 2 outs. Payoff pitch on the way. Hastings running out of time, down 1 run. Lights it up into shallow center. Abelhausen dives at it, but cannot make the play. A twisting play by Marcus Abelhausen, and he just could not come up with it. And a little bit of frustration as he gets back up, but not a lot to be ashamed of. He did everything he could that time, and that is hit number 1 tonight for Lane Shears, and Hastings has 10 hits total. It's amazing that they're still down by 1 run. But this guy could change that as Jordan Price is coming out of the third base dugout as he sees Cale Jensen heading towards that home plate area. And if I had to imagine, he is probably trying to tell Kobe Krenz, hey, don't let this guy get anything too deep. The last thing the Big Six need is for a pitch to leave the yard and for this game to be back in the hands of Hastings in the top of the 8th inning. And that is likely what the conversation was about. Jordan Price going back to that third base dugout after a brief conversation with Kobe Krenz. And now Cale Jensen will be up. He does have 1 hit, which was a double from earlier tonight. Hastings trying to get run number 6 on the board and tie this game up, most importantly, here in the top of the 8th. But Kobe Krenz knows exactly what kind of danger Jensen presents. 1 goes to the outside, and it's a 1-0 count as he tried an outside off-speed pitch. 1-0 and 2. Krenz looking on the rubber. Tries the pick off to first, and coming up safe easily is Lane Shears. As there's a shift for the Big Sticks. Harrison Waxley moving over towards the shallow center area. Bunt shown and a strike issued. 1-1 from Kobe Krenz as the bunt that the Hastings Sodbusters used to great effect earlier has not been working out in the same way as of late. Kobe trying to issue another strikeout right here. Lights 1 up, and that will be ball number 2. A little bit too low on that breaking ball from Krenz. Just couldn't put it in that zone. It's such a fine line sometimes between a ball and a strike. And with Krenz's pitching experience, he knows that just about as well as anybody else. Another Krenz pitch, and that goes for strike 2. A 2-2 count with 2 outs, and we have 2s across the board again in the top of the 8th. And a chance this time for Kobe Krenz to shoot, not miss. Can he get the strikeout? Instead, he'll try a quick pick off back to first. That is unsuccessful. Count stays at 2 apiece. Can Cale Jensen also find a way to come up clutch? Here we go. Lights 1 up, deep to left field. Few Big Sticks back there. Crater wants it, and Crater's got it. Out number 3 for the Badlands Big Sticks as Jensen gets denied, and Badlands will have a chance to add on some insurance runs in the bottom half of the 8th when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Welcome back to DCB&T for the bottom of the 8th between the Big Sticks and Hastings. And Carson Carey will be the leadoff hitter for Badlands in this half inning. As it'll go Carey and Harrison Waxley to start things off. Carson Carey with 85 at-bats on the year, a 224 average entering this game, 19 hits, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs, and 15 runs. Carey added a home run earlier on tonight, a solo shot in the bottom of the 2nd inning to tie the game for the Badlands Big Sticks. And eventually they would take the lead on the back of a 4-run bottom of the 5th. And the score has remained that way ever since. Now here in the bottom of the 8th. Carey out of Northwestern State and Bossier City, Louisiana. He's got another Bossier City product coming in behind him in Waxley. And he fouls one off for no 1 count. Brought it in off of his own leg as Wenzel was thinking about tracking it down, but it doesn't end up mattering. Badlands with a chance to clinch the series here tonight at home in their final home series of the season against the Hastings Sodbusters. And they'd have to do it the hard way. They've had to earn this one every step of the way so far, but still more work to be done. Carey launches one up and away into right, and it should be an easy catch, and it is. Taylor Gill comes over, the second baseman, to deny Carson Carey. So it looks like we won't see any more activity from him tonight, but Harrison Waxley, the next man up, who does have 1 run tonight and 2 hits total on the series. He had 2 hits in game number 1 last night on Friday. Another Bossier City, Louisiana product. We'll wait on this Luke Wenzel pitch. Who's still on the mound for the Sodbusters. 1 of 2 they've had tonight. Breaking ball and a strike 0-1. I'll tell you what, Luke Wenzel in relief of Adam DeBoer has been great for the Sodbusters since he came in. He has limited what should have been a potential blowout for the Big Sticks and made it into a very tightly contested contest. Over towards the shortstop, throw to first, and that is out too. Josh Printer makes the throw over to Landon Gaz, and Hastings gets out number 2 in a hurry.
Left fielder, number 12,
Cam Crater, the left fielder, the next man on, as Printer was able to get it to Gaz. And now the Big Sticks, just like that, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and the chance to get some insurance runs has gone awry. But the chance is still very much alive for Crater. Does have 1 hit. Launching a breaking ball is Wenzel, and it is too far to the outside for a 1-0 count. 79 miles per hour, he zipped it in. And into Crater, it's a strike. 1-1 count towards the outside boundary. Crater came into this game with a 224 average, 15 hits, a triple, a home run, 11 RBIs, and 19 runs total for the Badlands Big Sticks. And he fouls one off to bring it to a 1-2 count as it rolls innocently into the backstop. Crater, the number 9 man in the lineup, and if he can survive this at-bat, we get back to the top of the order with Marcus Abelhausen. Sodbusters trying to keep that from being the case. Pitch from Wenzel, and Crater got struck out on the low inside pitch, and a nice one delivered. Luke Wenzel absolutely launched it. Look at that thing. Oh my gracious. Hardly anything Crater could do about it, and Luke Wenzel steps up in a huge way as he blasted that thing in like the Silverdome. 9th inning on the way. One last chance for the Sodbusters as we return in just a moment.
You have many co-pilots in life. And for 4 generations, we've been happy to help keep you on the road with all of them. Whether it's your first vehicle or your 10th, We're proud to be at your side when you need us. Think of us as the co-pilot that keeps you in the driver's seat. We've been proud to be by your side for 100 years. Here's to the next 100. Sachs Motor Company in Dickinson, North Dakota.
For working on your swing, learning the game of golf, watching a sporting event, or just relaxing and having a drink, the newly renovated Just Golf in Dickinson is just the ticket. Featuring a 4-site golf simulator and a great lounge area with beer, wine, and other drink options available. Just Golf is a great option for any get-together. Book a time online at justinglassnd.com or call us at 483-JUST. For a premium indoor golf experience, Just Golf is just what you need.
Make the most of your summer with a quick stop at Rosie's Food and Gas in South Dickinson. You'll find everything from live bait to lottery tickets. Pick up a hunting or fishing license, or even borrow a life jacket. Cool off with a for real ice cream shake, or pick up a snack on the way to the Big Sticks game. Rosie's Food and Gas, 1 block west of the Astoria Field in Dickinson.
Back at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark, as Troy Iceberg for the Badlands Big Sticks is now on the mound trying to close this game out against the Hastings Sodbusters and put a big old iceberg in the way of the Sodbusters' hopes of getting a Game 2 win in Series 2. Anthony Chavez will be the leadoff hitter in this half inning. It'll go Anthony Chavez, Nick Jones, and Landon Gaz. 4, 5, 6 due up. And the Big Sticks are 3 outs away from clinching the series at home. But can Troy Berg, who has had limited pitching performances this season, can he do it here? He'll take his time and get a little bit of an opportunity to think about it. 3 innings pitched on the year. 4 hits, 2 runs given up, and a 4.67 ERA. This one driven high, and it's a 1-0 count. By the way, Royce Van Dyne also subbed in at catcher in the stead of Carson Carey. So Van Dyne in at catcher. Chavez at the plate. And oh my gracious. That bat got absolutely launched along the left field line. Look at this. Oh my gracious. We saw a similar thing with Keenan Proctor last night, and boy, that was very lucky. It actually broke. The bat broke. So he's going to need a new bat, I believe. He's working on his current bat. So he is going to be able to use it, it looks like, but that's the second time in 2 games we have seen that here at DCB&T. It's almost like there's a magnet in these nets pulling these bats away or something. 1-1 for Anthony Chavez after the wild bat appeared. Breaking ball by Berg, and it goes for a 2-1 count. Too high and away from the zone. Chavez does have 1 hit tonight. Pitch in, driven deep to center field. It's going to go back towards the track, and it settles down for a base hit. Chavez coming around second, and he will stop at second base. Good recovery by Keenan Proctor, but the Sodbusters are feeling it here in the top of the 9th as the first base dugout explodes after the leadoff double by Chavez. So Nick Jones, the next man up after Troy Berg gives up the huge shot to deep center field. Jones out of Arkansas Tech in Little Rock does not have a hit yet, but maybe inspired by Chavez. Remember, the Sodbusters need just 1 run to tie this game. Showing bunt, holds back, and the count goes to 1-0. Troy Berg trying to finish this game off as it comes in for Kobe Krenz in this one. He's going to try the bunt, puts it in. He's going to run to first. Van Dyne bobbles it, but still gets the out. However, the job is done as he's able to advance Anthony Chavez into the hot corner. Landon Gaz, the next man up, as the Sodbusters are now just 1 step away from tying this game up at DCB&T and potentially bringing this one to extra innings. The final leadoff hitter in this half inning, Gaz. Pitch from Berg. Breaking ball and a strike 0-1. Big Sticks 2 outs away from a victory. Troy Berg trying to get him there. Infield playing up, anticipating any big swing. Oh no, a hit by pitch. It caught Gauze right in the shoulder, and Gauze is on to first. Here's a look at it, as almost kind of had it leaned into as he turned his back there. He's on to first base. So Josh Printer, the next man up after the hit by pitch from Troy Berg, his first of the game, and the third overall by the Big Sticks tonight. Printer does have 2 hits and executed a nasty bunt earlier on. Breaking ball from Berg, low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Couldn't quite get it in the position. Big situation here for the Big Sticks. Pickoff back to first, and quickly able to get there is Gauze. After that hit by pitch, doesn't look too much worse for wear. 1-0-1. Printer waiting. That one's low and away for ball 2, and the crowd is not in agreement with this call by the home plate umpire. 2-0-1. They've had a few issues with strike calls tonight. Popped high in the air. Should be an easy play. Abelhausen wants it, and he's got it for out 2. The pop fly from Josh Printer, and that is one that he'll be wanting back. Down to 1 out for the Hastings Sodbusters, and the Big Sticks might strand them 1 yard away from the end zone, so to speak. Welsh does have 1 hit tonight, and actually, no, it's a pinch hitter. My apologies. That is Rusty Wortman back out. Welsh already got taken out, so this is Wortman. 2-out pitch. Berg waiting, and that goes for a strike and 0-1 count. Put it along the outside boundary, and he is 2 strikes away from clinching the series for Badlands. Runners in the corners for Hastings. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2-2, and this jam-packed crowd can feel the victory rising to the surface. 1 more step for Troy Berg. This crowd electric. Can Berg get the strikeout? Oh, baby, yes he can! Troy Iceberg with a game-winning strikeout in the top of the 9th. What a play! As he chopped that ball in there more than George Washington on a cherry tree and got the strikeout. The Big Sticks clinched the series thanks to Troy Berg's late pitching heroics and a fantastic hitting day from a lot of men such as Keenan Proctor, Danny Rogers, and especially Carson Carey with a solo home run shot. The Big Sticks win 6-5 at home. They clinch the final home series of the year and stay in the hunt in the Independence League playoff race. We'll be right back after this break to recap the game action and award Player of the Game honors, folks. Do not go anywhere.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
I've been at the bank for 25 years, and we've had Consolidated as long as I can remember. I know even before I was here, we've been customers of Consolidated and very happy with Consolidated. Dakota Western Bank has 6 branches, and the thing we really love about the telecom system that we have, the voice over IP, is being able to communicate directly with each one of our employees. I think in our industry, we very much believe in taking care of our customers and the service that we provide, and we feel Consolidated provides that same service.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing. To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Welcome back here to Dickinson, North Dakota. The Badlands Big Sticks come away with a 6-5 victory over the Hastings Sodbusters here at home. They clinch the series, and they do it in dramatic fashion with a late strikeout from who else but Troy Iceberg. An ice-cold closer on the team. Some would maybe even say stone cold. Got the job done in this classic tonight. And our player of the game goes to Danny Rogers. 1 hit, 1 run, and an RBI tonight for the Big Sticks. As his usual consistent RBI machine self, Danny Rogers delivered for the Big Sticks tonight. And that does it here on a Saturday night in Dickinson. The Big Sticks come away with the victory, and we only have one more home game. That will be tomorrow for a Sunday night spectacular between the Big Sticks and the Sodbusters in the series and season finale here at DCB&T. We'll see you then tomorrow night. As for tonight, take care. I am Dylan Simmons saying so long, and remember to always have an electric night.